Just a couple of best friends hanging out, best friends hanging out, best friends hanging out. Yeah, we're in. And I'm with my buddies. You guys might know them. Pebley.
I'm here. Hey, everyone.
Bill, the Oregon boys. We got the Oregon boys.
That's right.
Fresh off a beer mile.
And yes, we'll get to that statement or segment. But we were talking about jingles. And I want to say I'm not jealous in any way that Kurt's having great success with his jingle, because it's true. His jingle is awesome. What I love the most about it are the layers of it. It has like the drum layer, it has a bass solo, it has a guitar solo, it has like 5 Curtises singing in it.
He put some effort. I was really surprised when I listened to that third Curtis intro episode. A lot of effort, and I loved it. It was great, and I loved that it calls out Colin, because we all appreciate Colin getting called out.
Yeah, sometimes
that we do.
That we all enjoy that.
So, what my question is about the jingle, because I love the third jingle is the best. Can we agree that Kurt's third
by
jingle
far.
was the
You
best?
put a lot of effort in that
Yes.
one. That was most effort, too.
Why not keep that main jingle?
Okay, different
and
words?
just adjust some lyrics.
Yeah,
Some topical lyrics.
If he's got it in him, and he's paying attention to what's going on in the league, I'm all for it.
You know, I actually like how this is consistent. It's catchy. Everyone loves it.
It's a classic.
But I do love how the People's Pod is able to come up with a new jingle every week and keep us fresh on our toes.
They're flexible.
It's like the best of both worlds, if you think about it.
Yeah, it's really good. But like I said, like what is it? What's the main part? It's like, tinker like you need it to survive. That's so catchy. Like, why not just keep that part, but then have the whole part about Colin fucking over Josh Allen for no reason?
Maybe every week just a Colin fuck up after that part.
Or just someone, like, just a topical league thing, you know, like whatever it might be. And then just...
That's fair. The biggest storyline of that week of like maybe a mismanagement
tinker like you
decision.
need it to survive. But that's the money right there. That line.
It was pretty money.
And then it has the bass solo. Boom, 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 boom. I love it. It made me feel very insecure about mine.
Stu said he's not jealous, but he said jealously with a jealous look on his face.
It's not about being jealous. It's about being insecure. It's the other way.
It's losing your standing, you know.
Yeah, well...
You don't want to be in the number 2 pod, right?
No.
That's a fear.
I felt like, actually, these last few weeks, the Brad Colin pod has been on fire. I feel like they're doing
It's been good.
Well.
I feel like a lot of Padre losing is going to kind of creep into their pod coming up, though. So
I don't like the baseball touchdown talk or whatever, the Frisbee baseball. Like, it's... I get it. We want to talk about baseball, and of course they want to shoehorn the Padres into every conversation that they're having right now.
Boo.
But also not have anything to do with the league.
Dodgers are their daddy right now.
I skipped that.
They're up 2-0 right now?
Oh, no, that's over.
No, it's over.
Oh, they fucking crushed
no.
him.
Yeah.
They just murdered him
I
in
skipped
that
that
podcast.
part.
Yeah, A's are dead.
I couldn't tell if the Padres are a good team or the worst team in the league after watching that series.
They're in the middle.
The Dodgers are that good.
That was tough. But like I said, I got Pebley and Bill here, so I figure it's time for some life updates, because we haven't heard anything but group me banter for the last 2 years from Pebley.
Yeah,
well, no, actually, they've seen you much more recently. I haven't seen you for years.
I'm telling you, Stu, you missed out on probably the best draft weekend of our league's
you weren't
history.
at last draft weekend.
I'm telling you, I think many people that are listening to this episode right now are going to agree the Portland draft was bar none the best, especially after the river float. Because that shit was...
The river float was legendary.
Yeah, it was pretty
Holy
legendary.
shit.
So I missed it because I was playing a show in...
I was pushing hard to get you to come here.
I know.
And I really wanted you to make it.
But dude, I used to actually play shows. Can you believe it? Back when people were doing things, and it was a really fun show because it was this old ass saloon / hotel in the foothills of Yosemite, and it's one of the 2 oldest bars in all of California. And we got to play a 2-night stay there, and we had booked it like 7 months in advance. So
it's just unfortunate lifetime.
I fucked up.
No, I mean, it is what it is. Maybe in the future you'll be able to embark on something that was
Wasn't
as
it
special
not
as that
Labor
weekend.
Day?
It wasn't.
Exactly.
It was not.
So I had planned Labor Day,
I know.
and then this got adjusted.
I know.
So it's
Classic Frisbee touchdowns move.
Well, that's why I missed prior, because like we had planned a different day than Labor Day, the time where Eric went all fucking nuclear on us. I don't think you were at that one, Pebley.
Which one time?
I bought him a whiskey bottle for one draft just so he would like keep us cool and
That was
everything.
probably the best move. We should have all done that.
It was like a $50 bottle, like a fifth, and so it was
Yeah.
good. But
It was probably-
anyways,
You also
we're
have a
rambling on here.
complex
We're
history.
rambling on.
We have
here.
a complex history with Eric. So
Yeah, I wasn't. Yeah, we could go on for a whole pod. I don't want to go into Eric because.
All right,
we're just
life
not gonna do
updates,
that,
Pebley.
but-
That's the past. Let's look
All right.
ahead.
So life updates. As you guys all know, the wedding didn't happen. Still hasn't happened.
Wasn't it supposed to happen like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was August 15th.
Oh God, that's
Everyone
like
was
forever.
invited. I wanted all you guys to be there. It would have been a good
We were
time,
planning to
but
come for sure.
you know, sometimes life throws you a curveball, and you just gotta
Swing and miss. Sorry.
just gotta hit it to the opposite field and hit a single instead of hitting the home run. So that's what we did, and we postponed it. And right now we're still trying to figure out what that will be.
I imagine like
We
going through all the
yeah.
planning and then having it
Oh,
Yeah.
postponed. Obviously not canceled because
Yeah.
it's going to happen.
I
But
mean,
it can really demoralize you to want to do all that planning again. I imagine.
yeah, we're also not the best planners when it comes to a wedding. So we were not the best team when it comes to that because neither one of us really wanted to do it, but somebody had to. So we did the best we could.
Why not elope?
Well, that's the thing. Like, we might actually have a small wedding, and so I might not have. This one was going to be over 100 people, and all you guys would be invited.
So now we're not.
Now we're
It's very possible that would be the case, but it's not because we don't love you guys. But it'll just be easier on us, and given the circumstances and what actually matters. Like,
What's the
all I
ba-
want to do is party with you guys, and if
What's
we
the
have a large.
bachelor party looking like?
Well, that's the thing. That's what we'll do the party then. Maybe a Vegas party. I think something fun.
Go see
The
what
Raiders.
The Raiders.
We'll go see a Raider. Next year we'll do the draft in Las Vegas.
I think
Go
we
to a
have
Raider
to.
game
We
and
have
to.
combine
The
it.
Roomba.
It will just be a combination of my bachelor party, and so everyone will go. It'll be great.
It'll be right around the
Sounds
time of my
great.
bachelor.
We'll have a
Stu's
joint-
bladder party.
My bladder party. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Anyways, the wedding didn't happen, so I've just been working a lot at home. I don't want to make this go on for too long, but I'm playing some Zelda. God, that game takes fucking forever. I've probably been playing for 200 hours now. Still about 3/4 of the way done with the game.
Do they still have the main theme song that's like?
No, unfortunately not. I love that, but they
Yeah.
don't have it. Anyways, I've been building a home gym in my garage, but because of COVID and
too
China
much.
manufacturing, like all my equipment isn't
Lot of
getting
band
here.
work.
It is a
Lot
good
of
home
band
gym.
Yeah.
Both Stu and I saw it. It is looking
good.
good. There's
I really
a mirror.
like the shovel pull-up bar.
The
I've got
shovel pull-up bar.
Yeah.
is
Built on
level.
my
It's level.
pull-up shovel on a bunch of shelves. It is
We call it
safer
a
than it
bar.
sounds.
A pull-up bar. You call it a pull-up show.
It is what it is. Anyways, the gym's coming along. I'm still doing the best I can to stay swole.
Band workout.
Meant to take my shirt off for you guys during the beer mile, but forgot.
Dude, we'll
That's
get to the
okay.
beer mile.
We'll get to that. I know
That's
we're
very
antsy.
topical because we're still
topical.
buzzing from
Anyways,
the beer mile.
literally nothing.
I haven't stopped.
Let me just finish. Nothing's going on. Got a home gym, working all the time, not getting married. 1, 2, and 3, all done. Anya's doing great. 2 cats doing great. Dog doing
Bevy
great.
of animals. I didn't realize you had so many
barn.
animals.
Everything's doing great. We're just kind of waiting for COVID to end and hopefully Trump to just die.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah.
just die.
We hate him.
He's back.
Anyways, let's talk about somebody else.
All right, Bill. Life updates for old Bill.
Yeah. So we have confirmation that Becca is alive
Do we?
We heard her voice. We didn't see her face.
I didn't see shit.
So
and well.
Healthy.
She couldn't make it, but she was on the phone, and she is doing well despite the lack of evidence. But we did move. We have a house with a full fenced yard and a garden. We're growing kale, a lot of aphids. We tried to introduce ladybugs. They flew away.
Of course they did.
Of course,
You
as
gotta
ladybugs
spray. You gotta
do.
spray. Are you trying to have an organic garden? Is that what's happening?
Well, here's the thing. We moved in, and that's when the 500 plus air quality index rolled in.
Of course.
And so any living organism you threw outside died except these aphids. So we counted it as a loss.
Yeah, I think what you have to do is spray the shit out of it.
Yep.
And I know that that's not super organic or whatever. I don't know what you vegans do, but you gotta spray the aphids. You gotta spray them.
We just don't pour steaks on our kales, but we do use pesticides.
Want to know what really fucks over aphids?
What?
Spiders.
I hate spiders.
Them up. I've got spiders all up in my kale, which is kind of unnerving at first, but they destroy the aphids. Destroy them. Yeah.
I'll try it out. Well, yeah. So that's going out for us. I will say, as someone who has participated in both the Portland draft and the most recent Discovery Bay draft, both draft weekends were phenomenal.
They were.
The Portland House of Pebley is truly a place to live and dwell.
Awesome house.
The garage is insane. Those who were there can attest to that.
Yep.
I think when we were there, that the pull-up shovel was not part of the house 2 years ago.
That was pre-COVID. I used to still go to the gym back then, but I haven't been to the gym since March of this year.
Right.
So
that was a new addition. It looks great. Only a plus to the house. But those that went to the Discovery Bay house, and Stu was there.
I was there, yeah.
Man, that was for what was thrown at us, for the curveball,
the COVID shit,
the last minute Brad. His dying wish was for us to have that show.
The Brad is never even had more than a sniffle.
It was a pebble thrown.
Yeah, it was a sniffle. Brad got the sniffles. And then he played with clear beer pong cups. That's what happened.
But I would say it was a really fun time, and we swam in the poisonous algae. I have yet to come up with some disturbed disease. At least I haven't visited doctors any times recently. But
my penis grew. It's giant now.
It's actually we have penis gigantis, so it's actually
13 inches now. It's 13.
You probably should see somebody. But no, all is well in the front of Bill, so all good.
So everything's good.
Yep.
You've been doing a lot of biking, mountain biking.
I am biking a lot.
That's kind of your shit now.
I'm way into it. Whenever I do watch a lot of Sunday football. It does not go well with all the housemates, and so when I get
like the female housemates.
The only one that matters.
I will. I'm not going to say any pronouns.
My lady definitely does not appreciate the constant that is football during the summer year. It's like she's like, I feel like it's on every day. I'm like, well, it kind of is, especially with these Tuesday postponed games.
My argument is dwindling now. These games are canceled. So you are right. It definitely. I mountain bike to get my own free time and just. I do like these 20-mile laps. It's uphill, it's downhill, it all ends at the same point.
That
implies
that you do multiple 20-mile laps? Or
Not
just
in
one
in 20 in one day, and then I'll do one the next day. It's real good.
Okay. Have you done the backpacking thing, but with mountain biking?
Oh yeah.
Where you God damn it, I can't talk. You put the pack on, and then you bike, and then you set up camp, and then you do the same shit?
That's right. So I have the frame bag, the seat post bag. I strap my tent to my handlebars. At one point, my bike weighed 90 pounds, which is
heavier
200% of my body weight.
Yeah, heavier than you.
And I fucking lugged that up over 5,000 feet. And
That's wild.
And you saw. Those watching the live stream, and we'll get to this later, of Pebs in the, what was it, the cat-cow pose?
Cat-cow.
That was me on my bike. Definitely did not...
You were cat-cowing on your bike.
Not a very comfortable position, but I'm here now and doing well.
All right, sounds phenomenal. The whole reason I'm up here is because Amber's sister is getting married, so Amber is the maid of honor. I guess she's still considered a maid because we're not married, or she'd be the matron of honor. I guess married women are matrons, and women who are not married are maids. So there you go.
Seems
maid of honor.
Fucked up, but sure.
She made me promise not to get too hungover tomorrow.
Whatever that means.
I never actually promised. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I think I will probably be fine. I think I'll probably be fine.
Nope.
We're going to have a lot of fun today. and we're gonna probably go to Portland and go to some breweries and stuff
With a mask, appropriately.
with masks appropriately, like we're doing right now.
No pants.
And no. Dude, I read this in one article. I can't remember if I shared it with the group or not. It was so funny. CNN posted this article that was like, you can still have sex with people outside of your bubble. You just need to wear a mask during sex and no kissing. And I was like, this can't be fucking real. Like, what kind of bizarro world are we living in? But so no pants, mask only. So I'm going to a wedding tomorrow. It's a dry wedding, so that's going to be boring as fuck.
Whoa.
So
Wow, that's an update
I didn't know
for
that.
us.
I brought a
Jeez.
flask, so I'm just going to be flasking.
full
You
water.
and everybody else.
I'm going full Western on it. I bought a bolo tie. I'm going bolo tie, pearl snaps, boots. I'm going full cowboy at this thing, and I can't wait to be drinking out of this flask at this dry Christian wedding that's happening. Anyway, we've wasted enough time talking about our individual lives. Let's get right into these recent trades. These recent trades are something that everyone loves to talk about. Oh my God. Latest COVID news. Broncos Patriots moved to Monday. Bills Titans moved to Tuesday. Okay. We'll see.
And then
Nothing about the
Chiefs.
Cardinals yet.
Nothing about the Cardinals, Jets.
Sorry, that just popped up. I don't know if that's new or old.
It's probably old. Actually, it looks all old. But I
Oh,
didn't see anything.
everyone's dropping Anthony Miller. He's getting passed around. Oh God, he's getting passed around like an old burning skirt.
Oh God.
Oh God.
So the first trade I want to talk about is the most recent one. Gascon back alley Coxman, which I actually really appreciate that name. I think it's fucking hilarious.
I will say,
It's pretty
I
clever,
do
obviously.
really value team names.
You've been killing it in the team
I think
name.
the general consensus has been my team names have been on point
On fire.
and
Not on point, on fire.
on fire. Wow, that's even better. I will say, I very much value my fantasy team as a living entity, and it changes from week to week. And this last week, Gascon,
No one fucks like Gascon.
no one fucks like him,
one fucks
and
like
I can attest firsthand.
Well, yeah. Ironically, Gascon was quite terrible for O'Malley's team in that week, but
He is the larger entity, and I felt his larger
The real-
entity
the real-
inside of my team. What?
The real
What?
question is, when is he actually going to change his name to No One Fucks Like Gascon? Because right now
Yeah.
no one scores, but that's not, come on.
well, first of all, Gascon doesn't score. He's
Yeah.
still got 0 scores, and that is going to
Really?
continue. Yeah, he's got 0
God.
touchdowns.
He scored on me.
All right, let's get back to this trade. We got Bill trading with Scott, Never Neg Novum. I like the Dak Prescott name, but he switched it back to old reliable.
Yeah.
So Novum gets Diggs and Hines, and Bill here gets Gibson and Zach Moss. Ooh. All right,
Yeah.
so
Before Stu jumps in and grimaces, let me just say from my perspective.
I love it for the chicken ranch. Let
Right.
me just say that.
Colin, this is all your fault. I'm going to preface it with that.
We'll get into Colin Gall's trade
I will
later.
say the Hines and Moss part of this trade, in my mind, is not any part of the deal. I was getting rid of Hines. I was probably never gonna put him in my lineup. He's the backup of Scott's player, so I knew that was some leverage. And I'm getting Zach Moss, who also isn't a deal breaker. I get that. I'm just gonna put that out there. Also, I know Gibson and Diggs are not on the same field, the same level. Diggs is a qualified starting top 12 wide receiver as of right now.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he is. I know what he is, and Gibson is not there yet. He's not in the top 12 running back stage. I do think his upside is there. I was in desperate need of running back. I did reach out to several teams about running backs, and the consensus is running backs are kind of fucked now, and you have to give a lot to get what someone wants, which is what I want. I'm going to say this right now.
What do you want?
Injury aside, if injuries happen, which are impossible to interpret, but a full year starting running back That's what I wanted, a yearly starter for Diggs, which I think is a very reasonable thing to ask for.
All right, so my rebuttal, and I'm actually going to defend you a little bit here.
Okay.
Because I think that the running back position is so scarce. If you can get a top 20 running back for a top 10 wide receiver, it's not the end of the world. I don't think it's the best trade, but you're kind of back against the wall situation. But let me also say, I think you sold Hines at his absolute lowest value that he'll have the entire year, because they've been blowing teams out, and he's the clear passing down, third down back. Mm-hmm. And the thing is he's not always going to be playing with a huge lead. They're not going to have Jonathan Taylor Thomas always running the ball down people's throats.
Buckner, man, Buckner's on that defense. Maybe they will be.
So I will say,
anyway, let me just finish. I think Hines will get a lot more play down the stretch, and on top of that, I like it for Scott because it's his handcuff, Taylor's handcuff. So if Taylor goes down, then he will have, the de facto heir apparent to that backfield, which I think is great for Scott. And with all of us, it's just a lottery ticket. But now Scott owns all of the Colts backfield, and he also has, he has a top 12 MVP candidate. If you go to this whole MVPs stretch right here, it's in the research section. It talks about the player that is on the most winning teams, basically, in the percent. And he's number 12 on that list, Stephon Diggs.
Oh,
Diggs is.
Yeah.
So I think Diggs is a very, very good wide receiver, and now he has he has him in his flex. He has CeeDee Lamb, Julio Jones, Michael Thomas, and Stephon Diggs. It's just his team is insane now. It's so good when it's healthy.
I'm going to agree with you fully that Scott's team is stacked. There's no way around that. Yeah. I know that. I will say I've reached out to many teams, and the offers I was
You're trying to get a running back.
I was trying to get a running back. Yeah. I was very clear about those. All of my proposals. And here's the thing about on the perspective of my team, Lockett is a also top 12 guy.
He's murdered me when he played.
He murdered you.
God damn.
He had a bad last week, but I think that's an anomaly. He's going to have a solid performance. I'm very high on Deontay Johnson. When he's not concussed, he's a very good receiver, and he's not fumbling punt returns. He's a good guy. He's very washy, but I like him.
What do you think his upside is?
His upside is being better than Juju. I think so. I think he has a floor of at least 10 points.
Okay.
When he's healthy. And so I do not like Gallup I don't like Gallup as my wide receiver 3. He's by far the most wishy-washy, but I have a bench that was depth. I had depth. So I could trade a wide receiver for a running back. And quite frankly, I knew running backs were scarce. People were wanting Diggs. I had a lot of offers for Diggs. I tried to trade with Adam. Adam and I were talking. Adam and I had some really good conversations. Ultimately, we ended up just laughing at the whole thing via the group me. I reached out to Weaver. I looked at everyone's roster, and literally the only person who had a legitimate person they could trade was Scott. I called him, and he answered. Let's just we could dive into that for an hour.
No, it's not.
But we can't. Well, it's not. But he answered my call. He thought I was a telemarketer, and I went, "Hey Scott, this is Bill from the fantasy league." He goes, "Oh shit!" And literally, that's how it happened. I had his number from 5 years ago. Somehow was still the same number. He was in between exams, and we got to talking. And we came across a trade that worked out for both of us. Yeah. I agree. He might have. I agree. He probably got the better in the deal, but.
What is Pebbles think? Pebbles, what do you think about this whole trade?
I'm going to keep this concise because we've been going on for, I think, a little long about this topic.
Yeah, 100%.
Scott got the most value. Bill really needed a running back. Like, he was starting Latavius Murray and Kenyon Drake, and Kenyon Drake is looking like a huge first-round bust.
Yeah.
Worst pick of the draft?
That Arizona.
It was worse.
Well, first of all, my pick is obviously
Didn't I
worse
say
by
that
injury.
in my first podcast?
I don't know. We can get there, but I'm just going to finish
Injuries
this.
aside.
I'm going to finish this statement. Yeah, I mean, Scott got more value out of it. Bill couldn't start Latavius Murray and Kenyon Drake for like 6 weeks in a row because that's basically like a ceiling of like 15 to 20 points a week.
Murray's usage has not been bad.
Antonio Gibson's going to get a lot of work, but he's also going to get catches. Washington's always going to be down. He'll get enough passing game work to make it work. And I mean, Bill's pretty strong at receiver. But again, bottom line, Scott capitalized. Bill got what he needed, and we can move on and we can assess it 4 or 5, 6 weeks from now. But for now, we shouldn't get too hung up on it.
All right. So my parting thing about this trade is just I think that getting Gibson and Diggs, I feel like that's fairly equivalent. I think that's a great trade. Like I said, I tried to trade Chark for Gibson, and I thought that Chark was maybe a little bit better point every week, but with the running back position being so scarce, I think that it was a fair trade. But I think Hines, his ceiling is much higher than Moss's, and also the benefit, of course, of owning the entire Indy backfield for Scott is huge. So that's why I thought it was. It's just that kicker. But let's move on to the next trade. I'm going to bring it up right now. Here we go. Sorry, it was a little while ago. We're a little behind the ball on this. Oh, geez.
Wow, a lot of moves this week.
Oh, my God.
Is it the Colin Adam one? Let's just talk about it. We already know what it is.
So it's Darrell Henderson Jr. and Marvin Jones Jr. to Gesicki and Moore. So
who cares?
Here's the thing. I think Gesicki is horrible. I am not into him, and this is obviously a little bit of hindsight with his back-to-back 3-target, 1-reception, 15-yard performances. And when Adam traded...
He got a touchdown in one of them.
Yeah, and in 2 of them. When Adam traded for him, he was coming off...
his highest game, yeah. Against Buffalo.
Well, no, he was coming off the Jacksonville performance, but he had 11 targets prior, so you can argue that the sample size isn't quite big enough yet. He has 5 targets, 11 targets, and 3 targets. But to me, now that I'm just going to try to base my reaction off of before he had this horrible game against Seattle. I still see 15 and 30 in the yards, and I see 3 receptions and 1 reception, 5 targets and 3 touchdowns. And I see a huge outlier in this Buffalo game. And again, small sample size, so it's easy for me to say. I guess Adam was very desperate for a tight end. I just don't think this is the guy. And then, at the time, Darrell Henderson... Again, scarcity at the running back position we're talking about, right? He was coming off a 20 attempt and a 12 attempt, and my hipster Malcolm Brown pick was garbage at this point.
That's good for 1 week.
Yeah, 1 week. And then when I actually started him, he was trash. But
still beat me.
Yeah, I guess so. Did I beat you with Malcolm Brown in there?
Wow.
Yeah, Waller went sacrificed himself to have one good game to kill
right.
me.
Oh my God.
And
then
so,
nothing.
Henderson, at the time of the trade, looked like a dominant... He looked like he was going to take over the Rams' backfield, for whatever that's worth.
Mm-hmm. It was every down Brown.
And then Marvin Jones, who, for some reason, Colin has an extreme amount of emotional...
he's attached to that guy.
Yeah, emotional... What do they call it? Emotional capital invested in.
Notice he picked up Koo again.
He tried to trade me Marvin Jones, and I don't understand it.
No, that was...
we're going to break down this trade.
Oh, no,
when it happened, I said it was a 10-9 for Colin because he got Henderson. And this was, again, on the heels of those 2 big rushing games. Mm-hmm. And all that, in my opinion, all that Adam got was DJ Moore. And DJ Moore is great. I think he's playing way below his projections. I think he should be doing much better. But he is getting the targets. It doesn't look like it with the 6 and the 4, but... There's a lot of penalties that are happening to balls that are thrown his way. He's drawing penalties, like I said. He's dropping some balls. He should have better production down the road. So at the time, I thought that Colin won this trade with Darrell Henderson versus DJ Moore. in hindsight, it looks like Henderson and Jones might be a complete afterthought. They might just be nothing.
Completely.
And I think DJ Moore still has that upside to get better. So I think in super hindsight, Captain Hindsight mode, I think that Adam actually probably won this trade. And I love the bridge over troubled water name. I don't know.
I can't even be in Captain Hindsight considering I gave up on Hines. But I would agree with you. Like, but 3 of the 4 names are just afterthoughts. I feel like if you're trading for a tight end, if it's not Mark Andrews, Kittle, or
Waller
or
yeah. or
Kelsey, you're betting you're trading for a dart throw. I mean, like, all the tight ends are going to have their weeks. You're not going to have their weeks. So, like, you want consistency at the tight end, and quite frankly, that's a very scarce position. So it's a tough trade, yeah, for sure.
So who do you think in Captain Hindsight won this trade?
Bridge over
Troubled Water. What do you think, Pebbles, about this trade? What were your initial thoughts and your final thoughts?
So my initial and final thoughts are still the same. I felt like a lot of question marks were going both ways, and I understood the trade. At the time when this trade was made, Colin was a little weaker at running back. He had 2 guys that he wanted to start. Mixon was not looking good.
Yes. Yeah.
And all of Colin's now depth running backs that look like good flex starts were the backups, and good things are happening for him given that Kenyon Drake is not playing well. So his backup there is looking good. The fact that Eckler had a pretty bad hamstring strain also makes his other backup running back there, Kelly, look even better. So Colin, at the time this trade was made, was not great at running back. So he made this to add to his running back depth, which I completely understand. Adam, as we all know, had a ton of extra running backs. For some goddamn reason, spent like $40 on Devonta Freeman when he wasn't ever going to start him, which is just kind of crazy to me. But anyways, he did it.
It's a lottery ticket.
And his receivers are straight trash, like except for Devontae Adams, who's a baller. But he couldn't get him on the field, as he's talked about, and that is why he's in 12th place right now. So this trade made a lot of sense.
Team's in trouble.
But I will go here. The Rams liked Darrell Henderson. That's why they drafted him, I believe, in the 3rd round the previous year. They knew Gurley had his knee issues, and he was going to be the heir apparent. It didn't work out so well. He did not have a good rookie year. And the fact that they used their first pick of this most recent draft on Cam Akers, 2nd round pick, that was their first pick of the draft, suggested that they weren't sold on Darrell Henderson. And they believe Cam Akers is going to get... Darrell.
I thought it was Darrell.
I'm gonna go with Darrell.
All right, I like Darrell better.
I always thought it was
Aaron.
Darrell, like
Aaron. Before I got just.
Sorry,
threw me off the tracks
there. How Cam got drafted, so they didn't have full trust.
Yeah,
Darrell.
So I never believed, and Cam has been injured the last few weeks, so Darrell got a lot, and he's taken the job. He's done well. So I understood there's some upside there, but at the same time, there's a lot of question mark. Will Cam Akers get a lot of touches, right? And this past week, it was Malcolm Brown for some strange reason. So it's not looking good for Colin. There's just question marks everywhere. Mike Gesicki, maybe Adam's playing the long play. He's waiting for Tua to take over. The rookie quarterback loves the tight end. That's just how this NFL works. And so maybe he's playing for that. The DJ Moore, though, big name guy. He doesn't get touchdowns. He's a good receiver. But you got to remember, Carolina, whole new regime now. They didn't draft DJ Moore.
Exactly.
They went out and they got Robbie Anderson.
So can I talk
and they're
about
feeding
Robbie
him Robbie
Anderson real quick?
Yeah.
Turned out, we should have seen this a mile away. Turned out, Robbie Anderson played for Matt Rule in college and also played for Matt Rule in the New York Jets offense.
I didn't know that either.
And now he is playing for him in the Carolina offense, and of course Robbie Anderson is going to be the guy. And so let me talk about DJ Moore.
I'm going to finish real fast. I'm going to let him, because he wants to talk about his Panthers, and I get it.
I love talking about that.
I think this trade is pretty even. There's enough question marks for me on both sides that you just don't know what's going to happen. Will the Rams keep going with Henderson enough? I don't know. Will DJ Moore, is it just he's not the guy that they wanted? You don't know. And the Gesicki, first of all, Marvin Jones is done. You can't start him ever. He might have one blow-up game or 2 blow-up games.
He's a throwaway.
But his floor is stupid low. And it's just you just can't start him unless you're fucking desperate. So that doesn't mean anything to me. Gesicki has upside. Moore has upside. Henderson, they all have upside. Too many question marks. I'm just going to call this a push for now. But if you were forcing me to choose a side, I think Adam won.
Okay.
That is my point, and now you can talk about your Panthers.
DJ Moore, I think he has a lot left in the tank. I don't think he's going to be this for the rest of the year, what he has been. Which is, what's crazy is the Panthers have actually balled out the last 2 weeks and played very, very well. And Mike Davis is getting a lot of touches. And Christian McCaffrey will get those touches too, but I think they're going to be behind a lot. And I think that they've been designing a lot of plays for DJ Moore, because especially early in the game last week, they were forcing a lot of targets for DJ. And I think they're going to continue to do that. But I think we all agree. Do you guys want to take a break to refresh these drinks and we can do a little sponsor? Or what do you guys think?
Yeah, do you have a sponsor?
Yeah, I think I'll do a sponsor. So I'm going to stop this and do a sponsor. All right.
Hey, Stu, I'm tired.
Dude, me too. What did you do last night?
I drank a lot of beer. What did you do?
Oh, I drank a lot of whiskey.
Oh, shit.
And now I feel like shit.
Yeah,
and I'm
man.
tired still.
I'm still tired. How do we pick it up?
Well, in order for me to go to my super hard desk job, and I know you feel the same way.
I don't have a desk job, but...
You sit behind a desk, right, and sell insurance?
I do.
Yeah, me too. That's what I've been saying. I take a 5-hour energy in the morning.
Oh.
Yeah, I take a 5-hour energy. That's what I do. I call it a 5-hour rally.
I call mine 5 PBR rally, but continue.
So when I take this 5-hour energy shot, pour it into a glass of ice water, add an emergency, not sponsored, and then I throw in some apple cider vinegar. But the main thing is the 5-hour energy. Equal parts B vitamin, exceedingly too much caffeine, and on top of that, it also has niacin, and niacin flushes your system.
Is that like cyanide?
It's very close in the family. So what I want to say is, before you hop in that shower in the morning, before you go to your soul-crushing desk job, what you do, take a 5-hour energy, and then you go into the shower, hot water, cold water, hot water, cold water, hot water, cold water, for probably 45 minutes, and then you feel great.
Well, I don't shower, but sign me up.
All right, so this one goes out to our new sponsor, 5-Hour Energy. All right, and we're back. So that was a great sponsorship from 5-Hour Energy. Thank you so much to the guys out there. I buy way too many, and actually, I don't actually buy 5-Hour Energy. I buy the Kirkland brand. So I'd like to
save that money.
Speaking of Costco, I'd like to throw it to Pebley, who's the Costco man.
Yes.
Is that couch from Costco? That thing is beautiful.
No, that is a beautiful couch. It is not Costco. Maybe a future sponsor. It's a great couch.
Yeah, it looks. I'm going to sleep on it tonight. Super comfortable looking.
Yeah, it's fucking good.
So the beer mile that happened.
Yeah, just happened today.
So I went into the beer mile. First of all, Colin, please take notes. Pebbles waited 2 years, maybe.
This is about 2 years.
This was the Jason Tatum, Josh Richardson. I was going to call him Josh Hamilton, the fucking dude with the mask. And clearly Tatum was going to finish with a better rank than Josh Richardson.
So very, very brief. This was going into Tatum's second year, and this was after Josh Richardson finished in the top 33 the previous season and finished ahead of Tatum. And our bet was Josh Richardson would still finish ahead of Tatum in terms of fantasy value.
Fantasy rank.
Fantasy rank. That's all that mattered.
Fantasy rank.
Who is Josh Richardson?
At the time, he was the best player on the Heat.
He was great on the Heat. He was the best fantasy player on the Heat. Still,
Dwayne Wade was kind of done by then.
The finals are happening tonight, right?
Yeah, we'll watch. We can watch last game.
Anyway,
who cares?
So that was the atonement, so to speak.
2 years later, finally did it.
The atonement for Tatum being better than Richardson. Yeah.
So way better, shall I add? He was much better.
So talk us through this morning. You said you had some jitters. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
So my whole life, I've ran a lot of track races, cross country races. As we all have ultimate frisbee games, and your body never feels quite right in that first few points of the first ultimate frisbee game. So that was kind of me this whole morning and in my 2 warm-up laps.
Do you wake up early, like, with anxiety?
No, it wasn't until, like, I took a shower and got into my athletic gear, and I was like, oh, this is happening today, so...
Yeah, I'm so glad.
And so my legs were a little jello-y. They just kind of that jello-y feel, which, you know, it's not what you
like
want going into
day.
competition. But I knew I would, you know, when the time came, I'd be able to get through it. So yeah, that was my experience this morning.
So we got to the track, which was a beautiful track. Yeah. By the way, all of Oregon is exceedingly beautiful.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Stu.
It's so green and so incredible, and I want to move here now. But
everyone should move here. It's a great place to help your friends.
Do it.
But let's talk a little bit more about. We got to that high school. We jumped the fence. I thought I did very well for my body size. Jumped the fence, and then we've got Moose here, by the way.
Bill had the best jump fence.
Yeah, Bill jumped over the fence literally like a WWE wrestler. But we've got to feed the dog. We'll be right back again. All right, the dog Moose is eating now. All right, so we just jumped the fence. And then Pebbles decided to do some warm-ups because, like he was saying, you never feel your best when you're in that first ultimate point, that first lap, whatever. So he did a few warm-up laps. After that, we noticed that his time was very consistent, 1 minute 40 seconds the entire time. Bill and I were...
Per lap.
Yeah, per lap. We were drinking beers, and we were enthusiastic. The only question mark at this point was really the beer consumption.
And that was a factor.
So go ahead, Pebbles. Walk us through this beer mile.
So first beer, pretty easy to take down. Basically finished the whole thing in just one long chug session. Not O'Malley style, but you know I don't have that skill set, and that's fine. I would crush them in the actual mile run. So yeah, first beer went down. First lap. I knew during that first lap, like I needed to burp a lot, and I was not burping, and it was a problem. And I was trying to force it. And so my stomach was pretty full already after one beer, just because the carbonation and how everything goes. So I finished the first lap. Like I'm definitely on pace to still break 8 minutes. And I'm like, this is going to be tough, but I can still try to do it. And then I go into the second beer and got a few burps out, which is good. And then I got that second beer down. I started running. I was like, I'm running the second lap faster. So I started running it faster. I was like, I feel good. Like running is fine. It's all about the beer. So I get to the end of the second lap. And I start drinking the third beer, and at this point I'm like, man, this is going to be fucking hard to break 8 minutes, because I cannot down the beer fast enough. I just couldn't do it. I didn't have the volume. I needed to get
so you legitimately thought you're going to break 8 minutes going into this thing?
Yeah, I was committed to that.
Good lordy.
Honestly, with competition on the line, I could break a 6 minute mile right now, and, you know, with the pressure on, but the drinking part was just so fucking hard. That's all what it came down to. Because even when I started the third lap, after finally finishing that third beer, which took much longer, as you guys probably saw, those that watched. It's locked. You gotta unlock it.
Oh, sorry.
So anyways,
all of a sudden Moose is
third lap's in. Like I'm just pretty full volume wise. I'm like, okay, well 8 minutes is out of the question, but I'm gonna try to break 9. So I got through the third lap. You know, like the endurance part's fine. I'm just pretty full. I'm like, I got to finish a whole nother beer. So I'm trying. Like you guys saw me, I was resting a lot, and I was like, it took me like 40 seconds to get that fourth beer down.
I think that's fair, dude. I think that's a great time to recharge your batteries, like cardio-wise, but also just like get down the beer in a.
Once I got that beer, and I looked at my watch, and I don't remember exactly, but I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to run this last lap in like high 70s to break 9.
Pace.
And so I pushed myself a little bit. Like I wasn't killing myself because I definitely didn't want to vomit and DQ myself.
Yeah, can't do that.
But I was running hard. I was looking at the clock, and I'm like, it's going to be close. I'm hoping this pace is good enough. And I was running kind of hard at the end, enough that I wasn't going to throw it because I can't do that. And unfortunately, I finished the finish line. I knew, like, I saw my watch. I was 8:56, and I was like, I can't get there in 4 seconds. Took 6 from when I looked at that point. Finished, went straight down to the ground. Felt like I was going to throw up. I was like, I cannot be on the ground. So I had to stand up, make my body nice and long, walk over. I felt fine after that. Wasn't going to throw up, but finished 9:02. A little disappointed with myself. If I broke 9, I would have tolerated it. Wanted to break 8.
Max was out of his damn mind saying he should be around 7.
Yeah.
Was that
It was
what
just
he
the
was
drinking
saying?
part.
Well, Noah had the 7:32.
That was
And
and
so
he walked a little bit too when he was
If that's
drinking.
the bar, like the bar is on the ground, you can only you can only go up from there.
That's a limbo bar, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna skip. We're gonna do the chicken ranch in depth, but we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna go from each team.
It's because Stu's scared.
I think I should do the chicken ranch. I think people want to hear it.
You want to hear it?
Yeah, they can skip parts if they don't want to listen to the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's not like they're forced to listen to every second of it.
So we're at 44 and a half minutes, and if you're
it's
scared
a
about the
little
chicken
long.
ranch, then you can go skip to, we'll announce it later.
Also,
but Stu's shaking in his boots.
I'm not shaking my boots like you just mumbled. So what I'm doing is actually feeling very good about my team, despite not having Christian McCaffrey for the last 2 weeks. I'm at 3-1. I'm at 3-1, and I have more points than you total. And you
Last week was
and you just traded. You made that trade that we talked about. I'm feeling phenomenal. You just lost Eckler for 6 weeks. You're in trouble, dude. You're on the ropes. You're on the fucking ropes right now. Is how I feel. And to be clear, what we're going to do is Zoom interview. And if I lose, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell them how I can improve their chicken. Because everyone knows Stu's chicken is pretty fucking good. So I'm going to go into my interview with the Chicken Ranch and tell them how Stu can improve their chicken. And that's that's what I'm going to do. That's my premise.
So how are you gonna improve their chicken, Stu?
Well,
what are you
first
gonna
of
tell
all,
them?
I've never been there, so I don't know how their chicken. But I do know that my chicken's phenomenal.
I have been there once and I was not impressed. That is
Okay,
my,
well there you go. I will.
cents.
Have you ever eaten my chicken before?
I've never done that either.
Okay, well I think a few people in this league can vouch for me that my chicken is phenomenal. All right, go ahead.
well. Let me tell you. First of all, as a vegan,
Is this a
my
bit? Like,
chicken is I haven't cooked chicken in a little bit.
Coon's egg.
But I will say I haven't prepped for this subject because, quite frankly, if you don't count last week, my team is pretty fucking good.
Are you?
And
You lost your starting running back, and Kenyon Drake.
wait,
is
which one?
Trash.
oh, you were talking about Eckler.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Drake is trash,
Yes.
and if he gets injured, I won't even be that upset.
Bill had a good trade offer before this last week for Kenyon Drake, and he
What was the trade-off
was
for
not
again?
going to go with it.
Oh, who offered me what?
It was me. I've been offered a lot of people, a lot of trades.
What?
You didn't offer me shit. It's my team that.
Your whole team was injured. What am I going to
yeah.
get from you?
Yeah, fair.
Well, let's just say I might have been a little high on my horse when I started 3-0.
Very high.
Very high on my horse. I might have smoketh the bongeth. And despite my total points for, which was not in my favor, I had some favorable matchups. O'Malley's team definitely bent me over and showed me
No one fucks like Gascon.
no one fucks like Gascon. He showed me the light, and
So
whether
can we
that
just
was,
finish with what you're trying to say about your team?
you know, pretty much what I'm saying is it's a barn burner, and if I have to burn some chickens along the way to my interview, then so be it. But I'm still full gung ho that Stu's team is trash. My team is better, and he's gonna wear a chicken suit to the interview.
All right.
I do have one question for Stu. I meant to jump in here. So I've never had his chicken. Stu, what do you think of my chicken? Have you ever had my chicken before?
Dude, I was actually wanting to talk about this. It was so funny. Everyone remembers back in the day when I was living there this summer on the Sabato house.
It was a lot of fun, I will say.
And,
I enjoyed Stu as a roommate.
I'm a very good roommate. I'm very clean. I'm very fun.
Very hungover, very frequently.
Yeah, very frequently hungover, which means I'm out of your hair. It's great. So, one time I was really drunk, and so was Jeff, Evan's brother. And like Pebbles was cooking some chicken on a frying pan, and we kept on picking off pieces of chicken as they were being cooked. And Pebbles threw all of the chicken out the window. He said, "If I can't eat this chicken, no one can," and threw it out the window onto the ceiling for the seagulls. It was one of the best moments. We were all dying laughing, but also felt really bad. We're like, Pebbles, no.
It was angry Pebbles on that.
The real question is, what did you eat that night? What did you end up eating?
I probably bought Freebirds. But I was angry because I was making myself some chicken tacos or burrito, whatever the fuck I was doing. Cooking the pieces, and they had a few. I was like, oh, that's fun. Yeah, have some. And then you just kept going back. I'm like, hey, let's stop. Let's not have any more. Like, this is my dinner. Like, stop eating it. And then they kept going back. And then, I went from a 2 to a 10. And I said, fuck it. If if I can't have my chicken, nobody can have. And then I threw it out the window onto the roof.
The seagulls had it, though. So something had it.
All right. Anyways.
I love that.
I wanted to jump back to that because I just remembered it.
No, I loved it, too. It's so funny you say that because I was actually thinking about our segments we were going to do, and I was thinking about bringing that up, and I never ended up doing it. All right, so let's talk about now how we feel each team stands at about the quarter mark of the season.
For the rest of the
NFL season. It's a little bit over that for the fantasy season, but we're going to talk about what we think about each team honestly. And I'm going to go with Bridge over Troubled Water. We're going to go 12-1.
Current standings, not how we actually think the teams are.
So, Adam, Melvin Gordon, David Johnson, and Josh Jacobs. I actually like the running back trio here. I think Josh Jacobs has underperformed a little bit. No touchdowns, which hurts him. 3 touchdowns early. No touchdowns after that. That'll change. And then you have Johnson. I think Johnson is getting the opportunity. I like his touches. I think he's going to get it. And then Gordon looks like he's separating himself in that backfield. He had 23 attempts for 2 touchdowns in the last game, and I think he's going to do well. What do you guys think?
Well, yeah, Adam's a good guy. He's modest. I think his team's going to turn around. I wouldn't worry too much, Adam. You're a good guy. Babs?
Yeah, Adam, good guy. We all agree. Adam, good guy.
Good guy. Also volatile.
Yeah, just like me. He's got a little temper. He's got a fuse like me. Yes, he would do the same. Honest opinion of the team, 12th place is a little harsh. I think they're going to be more mediocre.
He's really starting Bridgewater.
I'm not loving your team. You got Devontae Adams. Awesome. Marquise Brown. Oh, God, that sucks. DJ Moore.
No, Marquise Brown isn't that bad.
Look at him, dude.
I mean,
6'8" targets, and he has explosive speed. He could break any one of those targets.
I have Lamar Jackson as a QB. He's not good this year.
As your wide receiver 2, or I guess 3 at this point, that's better. Anyways, let me finish, guys. Let me talk here. Melvin Gordon. Let's go to Melvin Gordon because I talked about him. Out of everyone, I am the biggest Melvin Gordon fan. He was my favorite draft pick for 3 years in a row. Yeah. Anyways, I'm a big Melvin Gordon fan. But Denver offense, I don't love it. I got Rippey in that quarterback. You got
how long? When is Drew Lock back?
Is he good though? We don't know yet.
I think he is.
He could be. He could be. Anyways, you got Melvin Gordon. You got his back. The guy that he's sharing time with is coming back next week. Can't remember his name. Weaver has him.
Yeah.
Excuse me for that. Jaceki tight ends suck. It's a tight end. Horrible. David Johnson, Houston, good God, get rid of all Houston players. My God,
Watson has been such a disappointment.
It's a disaster.
My biggest bust for sure.
Jerry Jeudy, he's a rookie. He's on the Denver offense. Don't love it, but I don't dislike the player. DJ Moore, we talked about it. I think he's the number 2 guy, and it might not be a lot in that offense with a great running back.
I think he doesn't deserve to be in 12th. I think his team's not good right now.
I mean, definitely 11th.
We will go through people, and you might realize, he might be in 12th. And Adam, I love you, but it's not looking good. I think your chance of winning the title are at 0%.
But I don't think 0%. I don't think his
I'd say 0.1.
Okay. I don't think his chance of winning the Sacco is there though.
Maybe not. Never Nate No-Gum.
So we have 11, and I actually think he has the nastiest potential team in the league. He's got Dak Prescott, who has scored 17, 39, 30, 38. He's got Julio Jones, who hasn't really played yet, but we all know Julio Jones is a monster.
Well, no, hey, can we go back to Julio? Let's not jump over that. The guy will never get touchdowns, and you're going to have to live with that.
He's never gotten
his ceiling is not going to be that great on average. His floor should be pretty good. He's injured right now. He's an older receiver. He's over his 30s. He's 31, 32. He's got a hamstring injury that he re-injured. He's going to miss some weeks. It's not going to be great. Later in the season, though, he's a great wide receiver, too. He's not a wide receiver
Michael Thomas
I think we got to get over
back.
that.
He's coming back.
Yeah. Drew Brees
Limited
can't
in
throw.
practice. He might not play this week. Don't call him a boomer bust wide receiver 1. That's so embarrassing, Yahoo. Don't say that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh my God. Jonathan Taylor Thomas, stud.
Yeah. He got lucky with the injury there. Got lucky with the Mac injury. He's good. He hasn't been great yet.
I think
Allegedly.
he's a stud. All right,
Allegedly.
Kareem Hunt, he's going to be a stud.
He's going to be good.
How long is Chubb out? Like a long time?
6 weeks.
4 games minimum.
Okay.
He's got a bye, so maybe 5 weeks
Hunter
if he's
Henry,
lucky.
he's been playing...
Tight ends are tough this year.
Yeah,
Tight ends are
okay.
real tough.
And then Stephon Diggs in his flex, which is...
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, that's pretty-
I traded him.
Oh, we
He's
skipped
fucking
over
good.
CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah,
CeeDee Lamb's been an incredible rookie. So
Yeah, he's been a good rookie.
I just feel like his ceiling every week for Novum could beat any team in the league any week.
Okay.
Novum's starting lineup might be the best in the league.
Okay,
Yeah.
while these two guys masturbate over Scott's roster,
It's pretty good.
I'll just
very
say, like,
objective.
you know,
What do you
that's
do?
just their opinion, man.
Okay,
And,
next
he's
team.
an 11.
Next team.
All right, fair,
Bill has
fair.
nothing positive to add to this conversation.
I did. I said Scott's a good guy. Scott's a good guy.
You can't just say that for everyone in the league. We
I
all
will.
know that.
I
No
will.
one fucks like Gascon.
yeah,
he's
we're
a
changing
good-
your name, Amal. You gotta update it.
All right, Ryan Tannehill.
Gaskin doesn't score. We already know that.
I like Ryan Tannehill, but I don't like the whole COVID situation, so I don't know what else to say about that. His other quarterback is
Who cares?
Gardner
Gardner.
Minshew,
I like
so he's
that.
a little bit hurting. Oh, and Stafford, obviously. Sorry.
You got too many quarterbacks. I'm gonna say right now, you got way too many quarterbacks. You don't need them all.
Hopkins, stud. Odell Beckham Jr. turning into a stud. And obviously Justin Jefferson has
Great rookie. Great
fucking
rookie.
emerged as this guy that I had never heard of his name until he did that weird dance.
It's a first round
in the
draft
end
pick.
zone.
No, he's good.
Dalvin Cook, Voodoo Doll. He's
Monster.
going to be
Monster.
injured very soon. David
I don't know. Monster,
David
though.
Montgomery. He's been playing better, and his stats are always like a million touches.
You could do worse
10
for an
points.
RB2. You
Yeah.
could do worse. I don't hate it.
Jamison Crowder is finally slated, and you're sleeping on Gascon. We'll see. I like Jamison Crowder. Isn't Darnold out?
Yeah, so
So I don't know.
that's
I
bad
wouldn't
for
put
Crowder.
I wouldn't put Crowder in.
But who else is gonna play
Gascon.
against SF?
Yes,
SF's the
I
best.
would.
Look, click on it. Click on.
I
that
mean,
shit.
for now,
It's small sample size.
No, it's 4 games. SF is like 32 against running back and 32 against tight end.
who cares?
Really? I
Yeah.
don't care. I played.
Hey, Sean, I believe in you. You're a good guy. I think
right.
you're a good guy.
So, what do we think about the team?
Oh,
Click on it. Click
team,
on it. Yeah,
not
we
very
got
good.
out of it. It's not bad. It's not top
I think
half.
it's emerging. I think it is top half.
How's that top half?
The wide receivers.
You're putting a lot of
Top
faith
half?
that the rookie Justin Jefferson is going to be consistent all year. We don't know
top
that,
half?
and he has no quarterback.
That's 6. That's top 6.
He doesn't have a running quarterback, which
He's
is
in the
it hurts
bottom.
you.
Yeah.
fourth.
Evan Ingram is a huge letdown.
Well,
He
Tannehill's
did beat
been
me
out for
last
a
week.
while, but he generally is around the 20 range.
I'm just saying, around the 20 range is not good enough anymore.
So I like Odell. I think Odell's having a resurgent year. I think
Yeah.
Hopkins is the best fantasy wide
Yeah, he's
receiver
great.
in
Well,
football. So I think, and
we'll
then
see,
with
but he's
his
good.
Dalvin Cook and Montgomery
Cook's
stack,
great.
I think he's a top 6.
Um,
All right, so
all
let's
right.
move on.
You're just high on Gascon.
I don't hate your team,
very
O'Malley.
high on the
I'm just
name.
not like I'm not in love with everyone. That's all.
All right, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, who is getting scored on like nobody's
Hey,
business.
that's how he
Let's
does.
see,
That's
he
how
had
he does.
As is tradition.
553 points against.
Yeah,
The next
as
highest
is
is
tradition.
19 points less. All right, so
But it's still like Max always seems to have that, so it's,
Russell
it's like
Wilson,
a running theme. If you average
obviously
last 5 years, it's
MVP
pretty
year,
ridiculous.
Russell
Yeah,
Wilson.
of course.
Terry McLaurin is getting a very high target volume.
It doesn't matter how bad that offense is. Like he must be a fantastic wide receiver.
Yeah.
Like he must be.
His floor is good.
Like he's just great,
Yeah.
and that's good for him. It's his hometown team. Like at least you have like a stud.
Mike Evans
Yeah,
is
he's
so
funny this year.
aggravating to watch.
Yeah.
He's like
He's kind of injured
I
though. He's
watched-
hobbled right
Dude,
now.
I
He's
said
playing
it
on
in the
hobbled
group me.
ankle.
No one liked it, but I said in the group me, I was like, he looks hobbled as fuck. Like they showed
Well,
a
he's
replay of
injured.
him, just
He's
like
injured.
he looked like
Playing
he was
through it.
running a Stuart Good 40. Like it was so fucking brutal.
Did you see Rob Gronkowski?
Yes.
That guy looks terrible.
Watkins is the definition of
He
boom
always
or
has.
bust.
He always has a good first week. Always.
Yeah, it was so weird.
Like last year, had 3 touchdowns. I think he always has a good first week, and he's a guy you never want to start just because like his floor sucks.
Can't
it's
feel
just
it.
like,
Yeah, I can't be with Watkins. And then Hilaire is also
I think it's
not super impressive for, what did he draft him, 5th overall or something?
I think fourth
overall.
or fifth, but we can look at him again.
He has 19-10, 15-10.
He has played the Chargers, who have a pretty good line, Baltimore and New England. They're all pretty good.
Really? Because
defensive
Mike
lines.
Davis ripped him for more than 10 points.
Well, yeah, but he catches a lot of passes.
Yeah, that's fair. But Hilaire's in the
I think
backfield 100%.
he's a rookie. I think he drafted him a little high, but I agree.
A little high. That's the key.
This year, it was just like, who is actually going to be good? Like, I don't actually know who's going to be good. You don't really know, so I'm fine.
Connor,
with it.
I feel like he's perennially injured. I mean, they moved his buy up.
I think that's a solid running back to have. He is a borderline RB1.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
He's got 2 RB1s in my
And then
opinion.
Andrews are the top 4.
Yeah. Top 4 tight end. Tight end sucks, so to have a
Those
good
are some
one.
brutal weeks in between 3.4, 3.7.
Jackson's been a little rough, but
It's because
it'll
Jackson's
be okay.
the
And then
key.
Zach Pascal, who is a former Stuart Good team.
We got to
member.
look at his bench. So he probably has some guys that there's reasons why these guys are starting. I mean, Pascal, like, Indy needs to throw to somebody at wide receiver.
Beasley had that stupid ass touchdown against me
Beasley,
last
Breeze,
week.
Snell, Jackson. I mean,
First
yeah.
of all, can I say a little thing about me and Max's matchup last week? I know he was like really butthurt that he lost, I'm sure, because he should have won the whole week. He was projected to win the entire week.
You did garbage time the shit out of
I
like,
garbage
a lot
time
of
the shit out,
games.
but they were garbage time from my actual players that I drafted high. Like, his team was getting bullshit points. Like, he had, 14 points from... Let me bring up that matchup from last week. He had, 14 points or so. Look at this. He had 14 points from his kicker,
That was
10 points
he
from
knew.
Cole Beasley with that stupid touchdown where he caught it and got, high-low.
To be
was a
fair,
fucking dope
look at Beasley.
touchdown.
Look at Beasley though. He's actually that's been about where he's been all year. Like he's been around
Yeah,
that
he's
point
been
total.
around
So
that.
it's like he didn't get the yards and the catches this year or this week. He got the touchdown.
I'm saying,
he's right where he
alright,
was.
so his stud, Russell
He
Wilson...
had to start McCoy. Do you remember this week? Look at his bench. Look at his bench. Everyone's a 0.
Yeah, a lot of zeros.
Well, you couldn't set a quarterback, but he just couldn't play people.
So that's also true. I also had a few zeros, Lazard and McCaffrey.
All right, we're not going through old matchups.
But we're not going
through
there. All I'm saying is that
Dragging.
my team at least
Chicken Ranch, you suck.
the players that were supposed to put up points ended up putting points. Sure, it was in garbage time, but they did end up.
It was a good matchup. Both teams were beat up. It's fine.
Carson,
it came down to what it
was the linchpin of the whole thing.
I'm really pissed off that you drafted him after giving me so much. You gave me so much shit last year for drafting Carson on that the exact same area,
Yeah.
the exact same pick. And this year I was like, yes, I'm going to get him because Stu hates him. I'm going to get him in my first pick of the 3rd round.
You drafted
Fuck me.
Galladay. You drafted Galladay and fucked me.
Well, I wanted both, and I thought I was going to get Carson on the turn. I didn't think I'd get Galladay on the turn. Anyways,
All right.
continue. Next team.
No, you would not have gone.
Max, your team is pretty solid. It's not my favorite
Yeah.
team. It's definitely top half.
Yeah, Max,
All right,
you're,
here we are.
Max, you're a good
Why do-
guy.
first
I
of
like
all,
you.
Now, this
Why
is
do
the
you still
fighter.
have the Walrus? Why do you still have the Walrus?
Honestly, that's just been laziness. That's my
Yeah,
fault.
you gotta fix it.
It's my fault. But I'm a fucking
Let's
fighter.
talk about S. Miller.
Let's talk about S. Miller. Let me tell you about S. Miller.
If you said,
Brad,
turn
up your-
points. Oh my
Turn up.
God.
Click on his blurb. Read his blurb out loud for everyone.
if you said nothing, you
Brad,
would
turn up your
equate-
volume.
if you-
Brad, turn up your volume.
If you said nothing, you would also have his.
Just read his blurb.
Can I read this blurb?
Yeah.
Scotty Miller was
Just go
was
there.
not targeted in the Bucks Week 5 loss to the Bears. The air ball came on a night where Chris Godwin and Justin Watson were missing, and Tom. I don't want to read this whole thing.
No, just
but-
read it. Just read it. 41 pass attempts, 0
It's
targets.
nothing.
The top two of the top 3 wide receivers were out. I was like, gotta start him. He'll have a baseline. He'll have a floor.
Nothing.
I don't need some high ceiling. I just need some points.
Nothing.
And
How many targets did Allen
first
Robinson
of all,
have?
this is the first time.
Like 15.
15. This is the first time I watched Scotty Miller play. Dude might be shorter than me. I was not aware of how goddamn small this white guy is.
Nothing.
And they were lining up not in the slot.
Look at those ears.
He was by the sideline, way the fuck out. Brady can't even throw to the sideline.
No.
I saw him. He was in his stance at the line of scrimmage. He tucks down really small, and I'm like, that guy might be 5 foot tall. And Brady can't throw to the sideline. He's not getting a target. Sure enough, he did not get a target. And the whole time, I was like, fucking S. Miller. Fucking S. Miller. S. Miller fucked me. That guy.
He lost his.
I mean, it is what it is.
this
I had,
might sink you this week.
well, I don't know. Yeah, Bill's got
Oh
some-
shit, we have the matchup.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
we'll get into the
Bill.
matchup later.
Yeah.
So your team, dude, you got fucking gold with James Robinson.
I'm a pretty astute fantasy player. I get guys before the season starts after the draft. Like I got Waller last year.
You're like
if you remember, after the draft before the season started.
Like I'm harvesting that gold.
Fucking, I'm ready. I got to get my undrafted free agents in early.
Keenan Allen, flex.
Let me talk about my team. It's my team. Yeah, so Kyler Murray, great quarterback. I don't think he's a great fantasy quarterback. I don't think he's a great quarterback in the NFL. Maybe he will be. Maybe he won't be. He's got a lot of picks. Good points, though, for fantasy. He's doing good. He's got a lot of rush touchdowns. That guy can run, and he can slide better than anybody in the game.
Yeah, they got to stop saying that. They got to stop saying that.
The A's got fucked. He was the 8th overall pick. Sorry, Adam. Bad news for the A's. It is what it is.
Drafting them?
Anyways, Kyler Murray's good. Scotty Miller is fucking trash. I'm going to drop him now. I can't start a 0 anymore. That's just not what you do. Cooper Kupp, very solid wide receiver 2, not a wide receiver 1, not a wide receiver 3. He's a great guy to have in your team. I took him where I should have taken him. Mm-hmm. Debo, great pick from the 6th round. Stu hated on it. Thought I should have taken Cooks.
Yeah, 6 points on the year.
Okay, come on. He had like 25% of snaps because he's coming off a broken foot. It will get better later on. He will be a good player.
We'll find out.
He's a good guy. He's a good human.
Might be a homer pick.
Todd Gurley. I'm going to say this right now. He's not sexy, and fucking no one loves him. I've tried to trade him to like half the league. I've gotten rejected by everyone.
Not me.
Okay, you want to trade?
Maybe.
Maybe. Package for Christian?
We'll talk about it.
Okay, we can talk about it later. Anyways, he's not sexy, but he's going to get a lot of playing time. He's going to get a lot of rushes. He's going to get goal line work. The Atlanta Falcons offense can at least move. So he's going to get opportunities. He's just not sexy, and that's what people want is sexy in fantasy football. They're not logical, they're sexy.
Yeah.
And he's got James Robinson, great pick. Like
how do you
he is what he is.
Do you draft him?
$5 waiver before the season started. And I want to say Colin was going to get him if it wasn't for me, so you guys should all thank me.
Thank you.
Because Colin would have this guy if it wasn't for me. Eric Ebron, the tight end.
This is tough.
Kittle almost tripled my tight end performance for the first 4 weeks of the season in the last game. That's how bad it's been. I've been starting Lance Thomas and Goddard who got injured.
But you have a fortunate
Keenan Allen
receiver.
Keenan Allen, Herbert needs to remain the starter. He's going to be very good for me. Herbert, remain the starter, please. Anthony Lynn, don't get fired.
Anthony Lynn will get fired.
Next guy, Kenny Galladay. He will be good. He had a hamstring pull.
N'Keal Harry.
N'Keal Harry is okay. He's a guy.
And then Damian Harris.
I like Damian Harris and James White. I got a flex play there. He's way better than...
You're going to have a bitch trying to decide which one to play every
Again, as my opinion is with most teams, I think I'm pretty mediocre. I'm not great, but I'm not terrible. And I feel like this year is a lot of parity, and that's why I'm saying that for a lot of teams. You guys can say your comments. I know I talk a lot. It's my team. I feel
like you're around the 7 to 9.
I would say 4 to 9.
4? You think you have the 4th best team?
First of all, I am back-to-back 4th place winner.
Oh, where's your fedora at? Where is
my fucking fedora, Colin? I never received it in the mail. Never received it.
This segment is definitely taking longer than we thought, but it's all good.
Yep. All right. Do you guys want to talk about my team or just go on?
I think we're going to move on. I think mix on, mix off. I think Colin actually has a really good team. He's got Josh Allen, Calvin Ridley.
I agree.
Dude. Devontae Parker, I've always loved him.
Devontae's great.
He's finally getting healthy. He's starting to ramp up.
It's great. Boyd, I don't love the name, but he's a good guy to have. He's a good wide receiver 3.
Garbage time hero.
Good guy. Miles Sanders, he will do better. Philadelphia's offensive lines are in shambles right now.
He's tough.
He'll be better. He was great for me last year.
Joe Mixon, he's heating up, but let's not overreact.
He's got a tough schedule, one good game. I'm not overreacting.
I think he's going to be around the teen.
Upside is great, though. Upside is great.
Hayden Hurst, he's just obsessed with Atlanta tight ends.
He's just a guy. He's not doing bad, though.
Yeah.
He's just a guy.
But he's a ginger, so don't draft him, Darrell Henderson, he has eternal faith.
We've talked about him a lot. We've talked about him a lot. He's kind of fucked being in the Rams.
Team is actually pretty good.
Let's look at the bench. Anybody good there? Grant Cook sucks.
Josh Kelly.
So Chase Edmonds and Josh Kelly are great.
I will say, Colin's bench
breakdown
is fine to own. He made a trade to me where he wanted to trade 2 scrub bench players for my wide receiver 1, and I said no.
Who's your wide receiver 1?
He tried to trade for Diggs.
Oh.
And I said, you can't trade me 2 bench players for my first wide receiver. He proceeded to laugh, and I went,
it's so crazy.
It is you, sir. who I laugh at that you could get that from me. So,
Dude, it is so crazy that your wide receiver 1 is now Scott's flex.
Well,
yeah,
don't say flex. He just has him there. He's obviously
His wide
higher
receiver
than
3.
wide receiver 3 to 2.
Two,
Who's-
three.
Yeah,
no,
2,
it's
3.
I understand it.
He's
Healthy Jones, healthy Thomas.
Yeah,
and
see,
CeeDee Lamb.
He's way above CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, he's above CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, I understand the predicament, but
Also-
I just want to let you know that like.
Evan, this is what 2 bench players are for a great player. Unlike what your bullshit post in the group me was, you got 2 offers, an RB2 and a wide receiver 2 for 2 separate teams for Jones. Granted, you didn't love the trades, and I'm totally cool with that. You could have come back with something, but for saying they're second string scrubs is not accurate whatsoever.
So I think Colin actually has a very competitive team, probably competitive enough for 4th place.
He could win. He has a team that could win. That's my
All right,
opinion.
so I have Brave Sir Dobbins, who, let's be honest, is the fucking waiver wire shark of the entire league.
$0.
He has $0 now. He sharked.
Oh, he has 0?
He sharked Mike Davis,
Oh, wow.
who will be completely irrelevant as of next week, for $54. And then what was it, Justin Jackson for like $1 million after that?
Yeah. All right. So
he has Mike Davis, irrelevant after next week. He's got Justin Jackson, who he could be very good. George Kittle's back. Ezekiel Elliott is going to have a great floor every week. Juju, DK, Robert.
So-
I think he's got a great team.
So absolute studs: DK, Ezekiel, George. That is it.
Obviously,
that is
his
it. And you're in
running backs-
trouble once McCaffrey comes back.
once
This is not good long term, and your
Yeah.
bench is a disaster. You've already called that out in your own pod.
And he has $0 in the waiver budget.
Yeah, this is going to be tough. Yeah, you're doing fine now.
My prediction is he's going to miss
Juju's
the playoffs.
not bad.
He's 2-2.
Juju's not
6th
bad.
place.
Robert Woods is good. Robert Woods is great. Juju's good to have. They're both good wide receiver 2s. DK's a stud. I love that guy. As a
Man
Seahawk.
child.
I love all Seahawk players because they're all good. For some reason,
Yeah.
it's just fucking annoying. Elliott's going to get you points. Kittle is
Matt Ryan's been tough.
TE1 in the entire league.
Look at Matt Ryan lately.
Yeah, you want a running quarterback. Anyways,
I think he's going to miss the playoffs.
I think you're going to miss the playoffs.
Yeah.
And you're going to be in contention for Sacco. Unfortunately, that is my. I don't think any team is terrible, but I think you could win the Sacco.
Well, I think when Mike Davis is gone and then Justin Jackson flails and then eventually Eckler is going to be back, then you're going to have Philip Lindsay, J.K. Dobbins as your RB/flex, and
Things always change in fantasy, but right now it's looking dire for your long-term health.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
I agree. So,
Love you, Weaver.
Love you, Weaver. You're
Nothing personal.
All right. We demanded Chubbery. Patrick Mahomes, stud. Amari Cooper, Robbie Anderson, Ayuk. What do you think about Ayuk, 49er fan?
I like him.
I'm just gonna say he's a rookie. It's the Niners' offense. We spread it around to literally everyone. But that guy, he's got some special traits. Like if you guys all saw his touchdown on
The
Sunday Night
hurdle,
Football,
yeah, the hurdle.
not even that, but even like getting to the hurdle point, he broke a few tackles from a few defensive linemen. He's very fast. He's shifty. Some stat analytic guys and some and some models had a 1% chance of that being a touchdown. Guy is special, but I feel like this way about all rookie wide receivers. You can never bank on them. They're going to have ups and downs. That's just the way it is. But I love the guy long term.
Yeah.
This year with Debo coming back, he'll have some good weeks, but he's probably going to have some low floors. That's just bottom line.
Oh yeah, that's a good team. Definitely like it. Robbie Anderson's going to be.
Evan, you have the wrong
guy.
backup for Aaron Jones, by the way. But it's too late to get the right backup because now he's owned.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah. Anyways, Robbie's great. Amari's great. Patrick's great. Ronald Jones is great to have. Zach Ertz hopefully will perform better because that guy's been a disappointment.
I think he misses the playoffs.
I think he makes the playoffs.
I think
he's getting Chubb back. I think he makes the playoffs. I'm thinking he makes the playoffs. Evan's team is
Chubb
good.
back. When's Chubb coming back? He's on IR
After the bye. I'm going to say week 10 against Houston.
I don't think he'll survive until then. But anyway,
I think he will. He's got a good team. Anyways, Evan, your team's pretty solid. Top 4.
Top 4?
Top 4. You can't say everyone's top 4.
I've said nobody. Okay, I've said nobody's top 4. I've called everyone mediocre or not good.
Oh.
Not everybody, So now we're finally here at Diamond Bill.
All right, Bill, take the stage.
Yeah. Okay.
Not too long ago.
I hope this podcast is still recording. All right,
It still is recording.
Honestly, it'd probably be better if it wasn't. We could redo this segment and make it better.
So let me just start. I like my team. Obviously, I'm biased, but here I am at a table. Hey, Pebs, have you won the championship?
Yes.
He says yes. Stu, you are the current champion.
The champ is here!
And have I won the championship?
Yes.
You're damn straight.
We're 3
Oh,
of the
this
last...
is a champions pod. This is a pure champions pod.
This is the pure champions pod.
I think we're 3 of the last 4. I know Max won one. Did anybody else win one in there?
No.
Nope.
We might be 4 of the last
I've won
5.
2 of the last.
You won 2 of them? Oh, we're 4 of the last 5 then.
I've
might be 4 of the last 5.
gone first, second.
Okay.
So let's.
I've gone first. That's all.
I just want to say that
I've got first.
because the disrespect on Diamond Bill. I just want to say that. Let it all sink in. Colin's proposing ludicrous trades.
Yes.
People are talking slanderous on Diamond Bill.
Yes.
Yeah, my team had a shitty week last week, and yes, Kenyon Drake has been
trash.
Trash is actually a positive statement on
13,
Kenyon
10,
Drake.
8, and 3.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Literally starting off mediocre and trailing downward.
I'm with you. I'm going to say he might have been the worst. Injuries aside, I actually somewhat wish he was injured. That way I wouldn't have to play him.
That's so brutal.
Yeah, he is the worst pick in the draft. Yet here I am sitting 3-1. I'm doing okay. A lot of people talking shit on this recent trade. I'm still diamond.
He is still diamond.
A lot of
like a diamond.
Yeah, a lot of disrespect. I fucking like my team. Lamar Jackson has been not the MVP quarterback.
Dude,
Yet I'm still winning the game.
Lamar Jackson threw touchdown passes on 9% of his passes last week.
I get it.
He's bound for regression, and they're not going to run him as much because they don't want to hurt him.
I get it. Tyler
Bound for regression.
Tyler Lockett is with MVP Russ, Deontay Johnson. I'll bet he does better
He
than.
did .9 last game he played.
He got concussed and got knocked out on the second play of the game or whatever.
I'm gonna give my opinion on this team. So
yeah, Michael Gallup. I'm not high on him. Kenyon Drake sucks dick. I hope
I'm gonna win this chicken ranch bet. That's what I'm saying when I'm looking at this thing.
Gibson, I'm hoping does well. Jonnu Smith, I really like, and Chenault, I'm hoping can just have his 9-point average. And I feel like I have a lot of bench players. A lot has happened in the last few.
Eckler's dead.
Eckler's coming back in a couple weeks.
After the bye,
6 weeks.
No.
probably week 10 or is that week 11?
Anyway, yeah, I do think Stu's team is good. The chicken ranch bet is pretty intriguing
tough for you right
this
now.
year.
It's tough for you
It
right
is
now.
tough, but I do think that people are sleeping on Diamond Bill. They have been this whole time. People like to talk their shit, yip their yap, and my team's fucking good.
No, it's not. No.
As it has been,
You might miss
as
the playoffs.
history has said.
You might miss the playoffs.
Yeah, you said that the last 5 years,
Do you
but
remember his first championship team? That team should have gotten 12.
No, I don't remember.
champion.
It was bad.
Dude, I think your running backs are really bad. You got Kenyon Drake and Gibson, who might emerge as a very solid running back, but he has not had more than 13 attempts on the
It could
ground.
be a running back too.
It's just going up.
And then you've got Jonnu Smith.
That's a solid tight end. In this,
Yeah, I guess in this environment.
We're talking
Sorry.
tight ends
his
right now.
bye,
It's
his
a good
bye
tight
is
end, yeah.
over.
All right.
He's on the
Gallup,
Titans, though.
dart throw.
Yeah,
it could be any of them.
Yep.
I
Deontay
recognize the
Johnson,
dart throw.
Apparently he was concussed.
All right.
Before that,
I'm
he had
gonna
a lot
tell
of
you something.
targets.
I fucking love Deontay Johnson. I tried to trade Bill for him early in the season.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, overvalued his own player. But I think Deontay Johnson's a baller. I think he's going to be better than Juju this year. Ben likes him more. He's getting more targets.
Why did you start S. Miller? You could have put the dirt.
Can we go back to my team? You want to? Well, we're going to get to matchups in this 2-hour pod. We'll get to matchups, but we're still not done, guys. If you want to puncture your ears and hope you're deaf, just turn it off now because we're going to keep going. Anyways, John Johnson.
I'm gonna grab another beer.
Yeah, I think this team could miss the playoffs. They're lucky they got a front.
Fuck up.
I think they got a front.
I think having a 3-1 start
it really helps.
might help get to the playoffs, but I agree the team is looking rough overall. I don't think he's going to win this year. That's
all right. Next up, we got the Sacramento Fantasy team. Kind of a surprise contender in Bacon because we all thought his draft was horrible.
I think he's a paper tiger.
Ooh.
No. Hot shot. I love you, Bacon. I think this is a paper tiger team.
Tom Brady, he went back to the well with Tom Brady. I don't know why he's benching Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's been
playing Baltimore.
I know, but he's been awesome. Thielen's been great. Sanders, I felt like he started off really fucking bad, and now all of a sudden he's playing great. Like, I remember listening to fantasy podcasts being like, drop Sanders, it's safe to drop him.
No, you got to keep.
He's in the teens. Tyreek Hill.
Look at our waiver wire. People know.
Can we say that Tyrell Heek constantly beats his projections every week? Can we say that he constantly beats his projections?
He definitely beats his meat.
Well, tell the people that always say the projections are too high because, yeah, we can go into that later. But people really hate on the projections and they think they're supposed to be accurate everyday points.
Sorry, I just can't support a child beater in the NFL.
Yeah,
all right,
me too.
Devin Singletary. I actually like him. I think that your boy Zach Moss is.
He's not my boy. He was like literally not an asset in the trade. God damn it.
Completely irrelevant.
Golden nugget that trade.
It's fine.
Derrick Henry's finally going to start playing again. I think he actually has a pretty good team. All right, this is
what I gotta say about Devin Singletary. Don't dislike him at all as a player, but Josh Allen's a fucking selfish asshole. And as I said, he's a pass third point guard. He's going to run that shit in 2 times out of 3. So that's going to hurt you. You're not going to get your touchdowns. Derrick Henry,
oh no,
that's great. They're feeding him the rock like 30 plus times. He's going to get no catches, but getting 30 plus carries, like, monster. You'll be fine there. Buffalo might be tough. Jimmy Grandpa, he had 1 catch for, I believe, a touchdown. So it worked out. Oh, 3 catches. Oh, shit, that was more than I remember.
Targets, though, and he's getting high value targets.
All right, well, Jimmy Grandpa, you could do a lot worse. Like, it's the tight ends, as I've talked about. Like, if you have anybody that just has a pulse.
And then he's got Jarvis, who for some reason...
Jarvis is not that good. Jarvis, look at the numbers. Look at the fucking... With Baker Mayfield...
And he threw a touchdown right there.
Austin Hooper is on the waiver wire. It's because there's only one guy to own in the passing game. That's the running backs or Odell Beckham Jr. Everyone else just don't even own.
But he has Justin Tucker.
Don't even own. Cam Akers could be something later. I'm just going to say that. Go down. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're swinging around like a madman on this page. Not even on the players. Go down to the bench.
Oh, he's got my boy, Malcolm Brown.
Oh, he's got Hockencock, though.
Every down Brown.
Hockencock could be okay. His tight end situation's fine. He didn't need to spend $30 fucking on Tanyan. That is bullshit.
What is this blurb about Akers?
He's coming back. He's going to play.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, the Ram running back situation's a nightmare. Sorry,
so what
Colin.
do you think about Bacon? You think he's
go back to the team. I think he's
going to make the playoffs.
His quarterback's going to lead him down. Adam Thielen's good. Tyreek Hill's good. Derrick Henry's good. No, I don't like it. I don't like Emmanuel Sanders.
Oh my God.
As a player, or as a human, I do. I don't like Emmanuel Sanders. I don't like Devin Singletary. He's fine, but I don't like it.
No one's getting the touches other than him.
Tight end, you're okay. You don't have an elite guy. No, Landry, don't like. Malcolm Brown, don't like. Cam Akers could be something. I'm saying that. If he is something, then I think you're in much better shape. Tanya, you don't need 3 fucking tight ends, dude. This is not going to work out for you. That's just all I gotta say. I don't think you're terrible, but I'm.
How did Tanyan do?
30
fucking
Did you watch the Monday night game?
Oh, no, I couldn't. I was teaching a lesson. But Jesus Christ.
He had 3 touchdowns. I put $10, didn't get him.
Oh, my God. Why is he not? Oh, he's on a bye. I was going to be like, why is he not? All right. So, generally, he'll have Tanyan then. But then he won't do as well.
This was also without Adams, and him playing against Atlanta's secondary.
All right, now we're in everyone's favorite team. Everybody's favorite team.
So, Bacon, I think your team's mediocre, not great.
I think it's good. The
As
weekend,
with most people.
All right, sorry, weekday teetotaler. Definitely not teetotaling right now.
And future chicken ranch starter.
For the record, my team has been massively injured this year.
Yep. We all know.
Yeah,
so,
we know.
Deshaun Watson has been very disappointing.
Garbage.
But still averaging around 18 points a game. And I think his ceiling is still out there. I think he can still do better.
With Bill O'Brien gone, he might
Garbage
start doing
time.
better.
Allen Robinson, he has 1 million targets every week.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. He'll get touchdowns.
I watched the Thursday night game. He's just fucking good.
Yeah.
Bottom line, he's just fucking good.
DJ Chark is healthy finally.
I like DJ.
Last 2 games, obviously a bye, but no less than 10. He had 25, and then
That's not a bye. That's an injury.
That's an injury.
Oh, that is an injury. You're right. All right, but that being said, he's healthy now, and he has 14 points. Or sorry, he had 25 points last week. I think
2 touchdowns. He does that again.
I think he gets a touchdown, and if not, then he'll get like 10 targets and 10 points.
Garbage.
I'm not against that.
T. Higgins has emerged as a young star on this super pass-heavy team, which I really like. They were even giving him handoffs and stuff in the last game.
Yeah, he's garbage.
No,
Higgins?
You're tripping.
Who? Who's getting handoffs?
Higgins.
He's not that fast of a guy, though.
He's not fast.
He's getting around handoffs.
He's a plotter. He's a plotter.
He's fucking not a plotter.
He's absolutely a plotter.
No, he's not.
He's definitely
all right,
a
we're looking
plotter.
up his 40 time.
All right,
Hold up.
do it.
You wanted to cut this short, and here Stu is looking up T. Higgins 40-yard dash.
Let's just say he's faster than Aaron Weaver. Let's just throw that out there.
That is true.
All right, 4.54.
Can you read that
All
stat
right.
line again?
4.54. Carson, I'm
Consensus
always
garbage.
worried Carson's going to put up 0 at some point. For
No.
some reason, like he always...
Trade him to me. I love him. I love Carson. Give me some Carson.
His numbers are great, though.
They're great.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are pretty
And then
good.
eventually... I have Brian Hill again, but eventually fucking Christian McCaffrey is going to come back. And then I'm going to have Chris Carson and Christian McCaffrey in my lineup. And not Brian Hill. For the love of God.
And Darren Waller is a baller tight end.
Darren Waller is a top 3 tight end to have right now.
Top 4.
So
Who's 3?
Mark Andrews.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Stu's talked enough
It's
about
still
his own
good.
team,
It's still good.
but honestly, his starting lineup, assuming everyone stays healthy, I think he has the best chance of winning the title.
Oh shit!
False.
That's wrong.
Oh wow!
No.
False.
I think
Blasphemy.
his whole starting lineup will be great if all healthy. Which is, this is football.
That's
Everyone
not
gets
bad,
injured, so it probably won't happen.
Yeah, gold Stu.
But this is my favorite starting lineup in the league
Thank
today.
you, dude. Thank you. I think Novum's is mine, but
Okay.
Are you even platinum Stu?
You got AJ Brown, and this is a question I need to ask the league before shit happens. This is actually a very poignant question. So AJ Brown was initially supposed to start on Sunday, right?
Yeah, he's playing Tuesday now.
Questionable.
Or Monday, whatever
now
it
on
is.
Tuesday. If he were questionable on Sunday and didn't end up playing, clearly I would play another player. But because everything got postponed, should I be able to still designate? And then if the game goes on, but AJ Brown doesn't play because of
As
injury,
long as your player your bench player was supposed to play no
If the
later.
game's
or-
not played.
no later than 10 a.m. on Sunday.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So I'm okay with it, but a lot of people might hate it.
I'm gonna designate Bird.
Yeah, I would do Bird. I would
as
do
my.
Bird, too.
Well, if the game is played and AJ Brown doesn't play, you're shit out of luck.
I don't think that should.
But
be
he's
the
trying to
case.
say
No,
because you
the
can't
game's
make it.
played.
But it got postponed, and I would have known that he wasn't going to play by injury.
Yeah.
See what I mean?
Because it's not the original time slot. The original time
so
slot was
it got
10 a.m.
moved because of COVID. So I would have known.
I agree. If this was originally that time,
Yeah,
that wouldn't matter.
If it was originally a Monday night game, then yeah.
I say we pose this to the league.
we should pose this to the
All right.
league.
Anyways, next team. I think Stu has the best team starting lineup.
You didn't make the playoffs, though.
Well, the reason I say that is because you don't rely
Garbage.
on. You're not benefiting right now from some other starter being injured. A lot of other good teams are relying on that, and they're going to lose that. Assuming they're going to lose that by the time the
Mike
starter
Davis
comes
of the
back.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And like even Scott with Kareem Hunt, he's not going to be once Chubb comes back, he's got to split time again. So he's not going to be a guaranteed monster every week.
I had a little bit of a miracle win last week, so I'm very fortunate to have the place I am because I need to regenerate and then get back.
Yeah, it also
to
helps you that you've
starting
been getting that win against me and Max when your team was not in good health.
Yeah,
that is definitely
100%.
helpful. Anyways,
So,
what's the last
finally,
team?
we have, which he
Oh, yeah.
promised he would change it, and he
Zerling.
never fucking did, Men Zerling.
Brad, you got a lot of guys I love, but your receiver core is fucking trash. Absolute trash.
Greg Ward, Tyler.
T.Y. Hilton is like droppable bad. Click on that fucking blurb. He's fucking, look at the targets.
7-4-6-4.
9-5-3-5.
Fucking brutal.
Yeah. It's bad.
Yeah,
Greg
fucking
Ward,
brutal.
not good. Will Fuller's I like, but as your wide receiver 1-1, like, that's not what you want. You want him as your wide receiver 2.
Oh, God.
He has a lot.
He gets injured every fucking year. You already know
He has
that.
a lot
He's
of quality targets. Let's just
going to go down. Alvin Kamara
is the MVP of the league.
Can I just have like
MVP of the league?
Can I?
Oh, holy shit!
Can I just have? Can I have a few moments just to talk about Alvin Kamara and my love affair with him? And
hey, I drafted him before.
Love hate.
Is it the nose ring that really sold you, or the dreads?
No. Can we just get to this for a second?
Yeah.
First of all, first year, I think Bill drafted him like the 10th or the 11th round.
First of all, I have that love. I drafted him before you did.
You act like I love him because he's done good for my team. Have you followed the last 4 years?
Yeah.
I had him 1 year. It was his only bad year in the goddamn league.
Oh, okay.
So I had Mark Ingram the first year, his rookie year, when Bill drafted him like the 10th or 11th round. And I remember Mark Ingram was good that year. But I remember watching, I was like, man, Kamara looks fucking amazing. And he was doing he was basically he was getting just as many points as Mark Ingram. Then the next year, Evan gets him, he drafts him high, makes sense. He was awesome. Then I get the first overall pick in the draft. And remember, the year before I had Christian McCaffrey. So I already knew how good he was, and I knew I loved him. And he was my second ranked player. But I was like, Alvin Kamara, I've always had that love like from afar. I never had him, but I saw from afar how great he was. I just wanted it. I already had Christian, loved it, but I wanted Alvin.
So you cheated on your wife with...
Basically. It was like
a sexy...
whatever you want to say. But I went into that draft, and I'm like, not going Saquon. I'm either going Christian or I'm going Kamara. And I was afraid to not get Kamara, so I took the first overall pick. And it wasn't even a doubt in my mind. I took Kamara. And it sucked because I had him the whole year, and he had like one monster game in the beginning, and then he just wasn't getting touchdowns. He was getting like 10 points a game, and I was like, what is wrong? What is going on? I don't understand.
Yeah.
And apparently he had some sort of knee problem that came out later. And it was just like, God, this sucks. And then after that, I was like, I can't get him next year. I can't draft him high. I can't do this 2 years in a row. And so this upcoming year, I also had another high draft pick. Oh.
You did well.
I took Saquon, and I got fucked again. Oh, so 2 years in a row, I got fucked. And I couldn't take Kamara just because, like, I didn't know what was going to happen. And now Brad gets Kamara. And now I'm watching Kamara, and I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, this guy's amazing. Just like I thought his first 2 years in the league. And I'm just like, the 1 year I had him, I love this guy. Like, he's not a Niner, but I loved him more than anybody else that wasn't a Niner. And it was just like, the 1 year I had him, it was like, he let me down so hard.
So you had back-to-back first-round busts.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, Kamara at least
Christian
played.
Before that, so Christian's...
I got him second round.
McCaffrey in the second round?
It was the second year.
Oh,
I had Melvin Gordon and McCaffrey. My team was fucking My team's always good. This year is my worst team in quite some time.
I think... So,
anyways, that was my 2 cents of Kamara.
I think
he's great again. He's an amazing player. I had the 1 year he wasn't good.
I think Brad's got to start making moves.
Yeah, Brad's team is in trouble. The Niner running backs, fantantastic. They're always going to be good. Whichever's the starter.
Both McKinnon and Mostert against me.
That's not bad.
Dude.
You could have traded me, Brad. I offered you Gurley.
No,
that's not bad.
All right. No, it is bad to start both Mostert and McKinnon.
I mean,
we'll see. Anyway. He has no receivers. That's his problem. Like, I don't love it. He's got a great tight end. Who's his quarterback?
Let's very quickly go into matchups. Very quickly, because we're already on an hour.
Well, we talked about the team, so we should be able to do this quickly.
All right.
One word.
Weekday teetotaler versus Menzerling.
We already have Thursday day going here.
My only question mark who sucks ass is B Hill, and then maybe Brown goes out. I don't know.
B Hill's gonna do jack.
But I'm taking me, dude. I think Kirk Cousins is trash against Seattle.
Nope. Disagree with that, but that's okay. I don't care. It's Seattle. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, minus 1.48.
Who are you against?
Number one.
We'll go through this quickly again.
I say Brad, and the difference is the San Francisco running backs. That's what it is.
I don't think that's it.
I think B Hill is terrible, and he's going to get no points from that, but he has to do it, and I get it.
Look at these wide receivers.
I get it.
I think the difference is the running back.
DJ Chark should be fine. AJ Brown, we'll see what happens. He hasn't played, and he's also going against Tre'Davious White, who's a fucking baller corner in this league, like top 3. Fair. It could shut him down. I don't know. Waller, you never know. KC's actually been quite good on defense this year, disappointingly, because if they are good at defense, they are going to win the Super Bowl again. Brad, T.Y. Hilton, like, you got to give up on that. That shit's over. It's just done. G. Ward, I get it. They're injured. You can still play him. Kirk Cousins, I think it's a great QB start.
Against Seattle?
It's a shootout.
Do you know how bad they are in their secondary? And they don't have Jamal Adams?
That's just a shootout, man.
They don't have Jamal Adams, and their secondary is fucking trash.
Dude, I think
their D line is trash.
I actually think that Seattle wrecks Minnesota. Like,
I think you're right.
bad.
That
Like,
makes you
I'm
strong.
talking about like 38-10.
Okay,
like, kind
okay.
of wrecking.
I disagree with that type of wrecking. Let's just say that Russell Wilson probably will have 40 points in this game, and I think Kirk Cousins is going to get over 20.
Over 20.
Yeah, I think so.
Dude, I'll make a bet.
Oh, we doing a bet? Side bet?
I'll do
For
over
Colin.
under 20.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins.
I'm saying under Kirk
Over.
Cousins. All right,
Over.
we'll figure it out later. Maybe a shotgun.
That's fine.
Yeah, shotgun.
Not doing a beer mile.
No.
Not doing a beer mile. That shit's painful.
All right.
All right. Anyways, I'm going to go with Brad.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
gonna go with Brad too.
He's got Greg Zuerlein getting 10 points. That's stupid.
have to.
But anyways,
Yeah.
New England against Denver. I don't dislike that, even though Gilmore might be out. Kelsey
great,
is a
yeah.
boss. The Raiders can't stop anybody. I'm
We got
sorry,
Waller
Raider
versus
fans.
Kelsey. We got a direct.
So the thing about having McKinnon and Mostert start is they both could still have a touchdown apiece because we really give touchdowns to our running backs. Kamara
That's
is probably
the
going to get
offense.
30. It just is what it is. His receivers are just straight trash. That's my problem with
I could totally
him.
lose. You're absolutely
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Bill, I like Brad. Everything looks good. Your receivers are just so fucking bad. I mean, I know you have Godwin who's
All right.
injured.
I
but-
picked myself.
All right, I go Brad.
All right, I picked myself.
Will you went Brad?
Yeah, he went Brad. He
I went Brad. Bill went Brad.
2 for Brad, 1 for Stu.
Bummer.
Just go down. No, okay.
It actually wasn't showing.
Go down. Yeah, show. No, go down.
Oh, there we go. Show
Yeah,
bench
no.
players.
Oh,
and then
go
it's-
back up. All right, we're struggling.
Yeah.
We're struggling. What the fuck?
I
All right,
don't
just go
know.
to
It was
league.
super weird.
Yeah. All right, next.
All
one.
right, Pebbles,
It's
your
always-
matchup.
I'm always second. It's just
Oh, me versus Peds.
Oh, this is great.
With
well,
already a 0
good
on
old
the
S.
bench.
Miller.
Well, I already
Good
picked
old
you, Pebbles,
S.
so thank you a
Miller.
lot, buddy.
Oh,
so you guys
nice.
duke it out.
I think I can
because-
still win. I'm not gonna lie. I think I can still win this.
No, I'm not gonna lie. You can still win too.
Yeah.
Kenyon Drake and Scotty Miller cancel each other out.
So Lamar Jackson fucking roasted Cincinnati last year, and that's when he had that really like highlight-worthy play where he did that spin move and had like a 6-yard touchdown run. Cincinnati is better. I'm hoping
Not defensively.
they are a little bit. They actually are.
I don't know, man.
Jackson will get his. Murray, if he actually plays, will get his. S. Miller, Tyler Lockett. I think
Miller.
Tyler Lockett will score more. It's close, but I think
I love how you
Tyler
slotted S. Miller in your wide receiver 1 slot.
Hey, thanks to Brad, he's just S. Miller now. Just S. He didn't have a first name. Doesn't even deserve it after that performance.
Oh my god.
Cooper Kupp, we'll see. I mean, like, he's a good
Yeah.
player. We'll see if he gets enough looks. Sean McVay's very creative with the offense. Like, a lot of times he's like Shanahan. Certain guys do well certain weeks. Sometimes guys don't. So we'll see how Cooper Kupp does. Deontay Johnson, I love for Bill. Deebo Samuel's got an illness. And he has not practiced Thursday or Friday, which is not good. It's not a COVID illness, but it's not good. I'm not feeling good about Deebo.
Illness. I love the.
Michael Gallup, I can't believe they keep projecting him for so much, but you can do what you need to do, Yahoo.
I'll speak on Michael Gallup. I'll just say this. I like Lockett. I like Johnson. Gallup, I'm shaking in my boots about him.
5, 9, and 5 are his
No.
target counts.
No,
it's
no.
not great. That's what I look at.
As the league
And they've got
knows,
an absurd passing volume that
Yeah.
can't continue.
Yeah.
it cannot continue. I will admit,
cannot
I did
continue.
trade Diggs. I think the key thing is if Gibson is what I hope he can be,
All right, let's wrap this up.
that's what it's going to
Who you guys are picking?
be. I got me.
I think I still have Pebbles, dude. I think
You
I still have
fucking
Pebbles.
bitch.
I think I have enough blow up guys. He's got 2 blow up
You're
guys.
starting at 0.
Yeah, so that's how. Projections aren't always meaningful. They're more about potential than actual
Yeah, he's
reality.
fine.
Or the
Dude,
actual
Lamar Jackson has an illness.
Yeah, he's gonna be fine.
Wait, what?
To be honest, so I'm gonna pick myself. I
Okay,
think.
wait, I didn't read that blue.
No, we're not gonna read it right now.
Fucking A.
I think. Yeah. It's not good. Like, let's just say that. I think Bill could score a lot of fucking points this week. Like he could have a huge ceiling. But I'm gonna go with myself because I believe in my
God
guys.
damn
I believe in my troops.
God damn.
I started my worst player went Thursday and he sucked. All my good players are going after
Yeah,
that.
bagel. All right, Sacramento Fantasy versus Chubbery. I picked Bacon,
Yeah.
and it looks like it's about a 50-50 right now. So, what do you guys think?
I go Evan. I think it's a better team. I mean, Robbie Anderson thinks good. Amari Cooper, Patrick Mahomes, Ayuk. Who knows? Debo's sick, so Brandon Ayuk maybe. I'm not feeling good about my pick anymore. Actually, I'm not gonna pivot, but I'm gonna stick with myself. But I'm feeling bad after thinking about the Deebo Samuel illness.
Whoever this team is, I'm getting. What's this team?
That's Chubbery.
Yeah,
I'm picking Chubbery.
I'm going Evan this week.
I saw Chubbery.
So 2 Chubberys, and then I got Sacramento.
I don't love enough guys on Bacon's team. I just don't love enough guys. He's got some great guys. Ready to talk about the team.
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air versus no one fucks like Gascon.
All right, who's playing this week?
Do that one.
It looks like right now that
It's pretty even.
and not only that,
It's even.
Ooh,
But,
Russell Wilson scoring over. I think Russell Wilson scoring 40.
I think it's 38-10 this week. I really do think they destroy Minnesota.
Do you want to go on that as well?
Hopkins.
We can make a different bet.
Yeah, we'll talk
I think
about
Seattle
it
will
after.
win.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta have it on the pod. Like, what do you think?
I don't know what the Vegas line is.
Minnesota scores over 20.
Hold up. Vegas.
Oh, now he's got the Vegas line. You just said you were going to be 38-10. I'm giving you double points.
God, we can't do this on the pod.
I know, but we're already 99
We're already
minutes in,
99
so what the
minutes.
fuck are we going to do?
I told people can skip. They don't have to listen to us.
All right. They're -7.5. I think they'll definitely cover that.
I don't want to go on the cover. I'm just saying Minnesota over 20 points. Over 20. I'll give you the push at 20. That's still you. 20 and a half.
Yeah, I'll bet that.
20 and a
I'll
half?
bet that.
All right, Minnesota over 20 and a half.
Yeah,
Well, we got two bets. We got to figure out what they're going to be, but
another shotgun. All right. So I think Max still wins this one, man. He's got Clyde Edwards-Helaire against Las Vegas. He's got Connor against Philly. He's got Andrews, top 3 tight end. He's got Russell Wilson, who's going to just completely ball out against Minnesota. I think Max wins.
This team is.
That's Max.
I got Max too.
I got Max. I like O'Malley's team. I don't think Tannehill is going to give you enough upside. And Evan Ingram's a huge letdown every week for some reason. Even against good matchups, he's just a letdown.
Yeah.
Crowder doesn't have Darnold this week, which he needs. Cook is a baller. Jefferson could be great. Beckham I like. Hopkins is awesome.
Yeah.
But there's just Max has too many guys that I think can.
And he got 15 from Montgomery, who we all were
which was good.
Lukewarm on.
Which was
and
good.
15 is great.
Also,
but no one fucks like Gascon.
Yeah, that's a great team name. Great
team name. You do win the team name here, so now that I understand it.
So we're all Max. We're all Max.
I'm still Max.
Yeah, we're all
still
Max.
Max.
All right, so we have Weaver's fucking paper tiger bullshit shark team. No offense, Weaver, against Adam, and it's definitely Weaver's gonna win this. Definitely Weaver.
He doesn't have Adams. Yeah, he's 0-3 without Adams. I'm gonna say it's 0-4 going forward without Adams.
Although Adams is a fucking stud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Adam. You don't have Adams. You need your namesake, and you don't have it, and you're gonna go one. You're gonna be a 1-4. You're 0-4 without your guy. You need him.
Team, whatever that one is.
Really? All right. So Bill is picking Adam.
We could be a little more.
Oh, I like Adam then.
Shocking.
I like Bridgewater.
Yeah.
More against Atlanta though.
No,
we gotta think about
this is a direct matchup, and dude,
I think Bridgewater is gonna.
The Falcons always dominate the Panthers. They always beat the Panthers.
Not this week.
Okay, maybe.
I hope not.
All right. I like Bridgewater.
3-2.
I like Moore. I don't like Marquise Brown, just given how the season's gone. I definitely don't like Jerry Jeudy against New England. I hate that,
I want to
actually.
look at my boy.
D. Johnson. Houston's a goddamn train wreck.
Well,
At least they're playing Jacksonville.
I get that.
Jacobs is playing. Kansas City's shutting down everyone right now. And obviously they want to feed Josh
Not
Jacobs.
running backs. They don't shut down running backs.
Look at it. That's probably
you
true.
should look at it.
That's probably true.
They don't.
Well, I don't have
shut
the
down.
mouse. You have to click on it.
Metcalf could go off. That's my only thing.
Look at these running backs. Well, this is a tough stretch, but
Jake, that was the Baltimore team. Kelly, I mean, it's not that great. Anyways, go back.
Dobbins,
Doesn't matter.
dude,
We're talking too much.
Come on. All right.
I mean, it could be okay. We'll call it a wash. Scroll down some more. Let's see the tight ends. Jasicki, he's getting no points. Get him out of your lineup, Adam. San Francisco fucking dominates tight. Click on SF for tight ends. Just click on this.
Oh, no one scored above 5.1 points. Yeah. Oh, no. Get him out of there.
Yeah, get him out of there, Adam. Just get him out of there.
Who's the bench? Does Adam have a...
Probably doesn't. He probably stuck with him. But
okay, I might hedge my bet.
Hey, if you want Higbee, he's available. Let's just put it out there. So who do we have?
We're going Weaver.
I got Weaver.
No, I'm going to go Weaver
Mike Davis
too.
and Ezekiel Elliott.
I'm going to make the
Weaver's got to enjoy
George Kittle? Oh, man.
Weaver's got to enjoy
the Mike Davis
while he has
I did not see the kit. The tight end is the swing.
Sorry, Adam. You need Adams back. You need Adams.
Adam might be a fucking sacko.
That's what I said earlier.
You might need the swing.
All right.
God damn, that's That is brutal. I didn't realize that.
That's you, baby. That's you. Yeah. Eat that chicken ranch.
All right, last one.
Hey, fuck you.
Last one. Oh, Colin's team, great. Oh, he's getting owned.
This is huge.
He's getting owned this week.
Questionable. He's not going to play.
Well,
what I heard is he's not going to play.
I think he could still win without
And
playing
Stephon
him.
Diggs might not play either.
How about Thomas?
Hepatitis?
I hate how they call him a boomer bust wide receiver one. That's so stupid.
All right, can we go I can't see that.
He's a play or not play wide receiver one. That's it.
I think
so
he's not playing because a bye is coming up. Honestly, like, and it's the
So
Clippers.
if that case is happening, I picked Colin because I didn't think either of these guys were going to play.
Thinking about that, like, you might be right.
And then the only people he has is Runner Renfro and Randall Cobb. It's not a horrible play this week. I don't feel like against Jacksonville. Maybe Randall Cobb.
Can we go to the starters just real fast? I haven't got to look at this enough.
Prescott versus Allen.
Parker against SF could be okay because we're really injured. Ridley, though, he might get matched up against Bradbury. He's not on your team anymore. Sorry.
Yeah. I call him fake Josh Norman.
Sanders against Pittsburgh's rough. Mixon against Baltimore's rough.
Dude, Cunt's going to blow up, I think.
It's going to be Ridley against Dante Jackson, and apparently
Yes, I got Scott. I got Scott.
You know your boy Tags, the fantasy dude.
I got Scott, too.
Who's Tags?
Tagliere or whatever. He's a fantasy football dude. He triggered me so much because he's like, if Ridley goes against Dante Jackson, he's going to go for fucking 100. He was like, I was like, dude, Dante Jackson's a legit cornerback. Like, he might get roasted because there's absolutely zero pass rush historically for the Panthers, but all of a sudden they have a pass rush now. He's a good cornerback.
So we're going Scott.
I'm going Scott.
These are two of the teams I think are top 4 ceiling teams. These two teams here. These are my top 4. These two, Stu and Evan, I think are my top 4 teams.
I think the make or break in this matchup is if Cunt does get the workload.
We shouldn't say that.
You're talking about Kareem Hunt.
Kareem, what did I say?
We're not going to go there.
You said the hard C word.
The hard K word in this case, but
I think if Cunt gets the work
it's double down.
he or she gets, that's the deciding factor.
As long as start some people if people are out. I love his running backs, and
these wide receivers are.
Colin has some rough matchups this week. He's got a few guys against Baltimore. He's got a running back against Pittsburgh, which is rough. Yeah, it's just Parker against SF. Like, if he's playing against Jason Verrett's looking fucking baller. So he's our only
you guys got Novum?
Isn't San Francisco without fucking the corner?
We're without like half our team right now.
Yeah,
we're down 12
starting
starters.
Safeties.
We're down 12 starters. But
I think Parker's going to be fine. I really do.
It could be. I'm just saying Jason Verrett, Colin would love this. He's playing great, Colin. He's playing fantastic for us.
So let's go ahead and wrap this up. Any closing thoughts? So we've already
talked about this. This is probably a fucking horrible episode. Sorry. This probably at least beats Weaver and that random dude that was talking one time last
I think
year.
people enjoy it, honestly.
I hope
it's a lot. It's a lot, but
it's Bill and I's only time on here. So
we had to get it in while we can. You know what I'm saying?
And we're also fairly drunk.
Yeah.
So
I ran a beer mile. I had to drink 4 beers in 9 minutes. So
I would like to give a big shout out to Pebley for letting us stay at his house. That's
boy.
Yeah, and big shout out to Bill
for driving.
Yeah, for driving out here. And sometimes when I'm very lonely, I close my eyes and I think about Pebbles, Bill, and me holding hands together. And now we're actually here, so we actually can hold hands, which we are right now. And together we're just a couple of best friends.